the audio here back on. So
what if you upload them to YouTube?
Up to you.
Just start creating a heap of YouTube accounts for storage.
Well, no, but we can put them all into one channel on YouTube. We put all onto the same normal channel. It's just that they get deleted after a while by Twitch. So for storage sake, we'll throw them on YouTube. And keep
See,
them
if you take a light thumb scroll on the DHB YouTube, it goes back to like 2010 straight away.
It's been a while.
One little swipe, and you're like, oh, fucking hell, Minecraft.
Yeah, we haven't done a few things for a while. Right, so we are currently live on Twitch.
Hello.
And we'll start the show.
Sing the intro, Scott.
We'll have a slight dramatic pause before we start the show. Don't clap me. I don't need to be clapped in. Listen, I'm in a fucking rage anyway, so don't need this bullshit.
Shit.
Fuck's sake. What a cunt.
Fuck, I fed him before we come on and on.
We're all in a fucking mood tonight. Folks, welcome to the DHB Radio Show. My name is, as always, is your Commander-in-Chief, Scott the Sasquatch Taylor. Hello there, Doghouse Nation. We're glad to have you along on this week's show. I must pre-warn you, we're going to be a grumpy set of bastards because everything's going fucking wrong with life, it seems to be recently. Everything's going wrong or shit's all going uphill.
Don't tar me with this brush.
Well, you're a continual miserable bastard, Lurch, so I'm tarring you with the same fucking brush.
I seem like I'm the happiest cunt here tonight.
Well, maybe the night you are. I don't know. But I'm just a ball of fury. Of course, you heard there the Lurch Monster till I butcher himself. Lurch,
hello.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm amazing, but I dissuit the metrazapine antidepressant.
You might have to, pal, because I'm just a ball of fury. And of course, we have Steevasaurus. Steve, how are you doing? Ball.
2 seconds. Did you just say I'm amazing blood?
Blood? No.
Blood.
Blood. Blood.
Mandem.
No. What did I say? I never said like, blood. No.
I got completely thrown there.
Well,
it's completely fucked. I'm off it. I take night.
Obviously, we already know about Lurch's fascination with the deep Jamaican accent, or the version that we get in the UK of said accent. But
come and have a look at what your son has on his legs.
Late last night, right? He sends me this video that he's found on TikTok, right? And it's basically Jamaican, I believe Jamaican or West Indian. I'm not sure how it. I'm probably offending many a fucking community here, but that kind of part of the world.
What are you trying to say?
The parents.
I know. Just say it.
The parents.
Of the world.
The parents who've clearly.
Those people. Is that where we're going, Scott?
Well,
come on then.
Well, fuck.
Right, so the people. Jesus, who have clearly moved to the UK in their younger days, had children. Children are speaking a regular kind of British stroke Scottish accent.
Brexit to stop all this.
I know.
Fucking immigrants.
Fucking immigrants. Jesus. So. Lurch sent me a fucking message last night. Basically a voicemail on the old WhatsApp, and it is just him. I imagine were you drunk perhaps? You had a few shandies.
No.
Sober as well too. That's even better.
I think the last time I had a drink apart from today was 2 Wednesdays ago when I was out with Coops.
Holy shit, that's pretty impressive. Holy fuck.
But can I play it?
Yeah, well, let me give you a backstory. So I've got 2 voice clips. In fact, can I play the voice clips? Would that be just so people can hear?
I was going to play the video.
Sorry, play the video on your microphone.
Are you Bluetooth to the board?
I'm not, no. It's not Bluetooth connected, sadly. It's only... We have to play it.
What happened?
I don't know what happened there. My voice went fucking...
Is the board?
Static shock.
It's clearly the board. There's a problem with this microphone. It's completely jinxed. Exactly.
I thought it was the bridge to Crambone.
Wow.
Crambone.
Right, we'll be a race to see who gets onto the Bluetooth.
Well, just...
I'm Bluetooth to this thing.
Play into your speaker, your microphone. Play your microphone.
I'm Bluetooth to the house.
So if you can imagine, the premise being is... That's not going to come through well.
Oh, well. I know.
I'll fucking play it, right? So
I can't believe we've got a fancy new board with Bluetooth connectivity.
To surprise my parents.
And this is where they're at.
Right, so just to clarify, that voice there, that deep voice you heard there, isn't the dad. That's the mum.
It just looks like a dad.
So a bit of backstory. The son's sitting there with his new sneakers, new Kanye sneakers that look like fucking really shit Crocs, and the mother has walked in looking like fucking like Tommy Cooper, right?
Wearing my new Kanye West foam sneaker to surprise my parents.
Come and see what your son wear on his legs. It's my new Kanye. £200. This thing that look like a basket. It's £200. £200 for this. The money that we used to build the house in that.
So it's just it's that thick accent, which is wonderful. But of course, then it's just like audio of Lurchy losing his tits. And now this was sent to me at looks like it was past midnight. No, it was nearly midnight. So the first one goes like this.
Come and see what Johnson put on his legs. I think I've watched that about 100 times now. Her fucking voice is deeper than mine. Come and see what Johnson put on his legs.
So as you can imagine, it's late at night, and I'm wondering what the fuck's going on. It's just him losing his ties. So
It's the best video I've seen in such a long time. Come and see what he's got in his legs.
but you always think about catching the fish in Africa. It's fucking gold. You'll need to share that in the group chat.
I'm gonna have
sorry,
to.
in the-
I'm really sorry to interrupt. I'm gonna just have to put my hands up now and say I do apologise if any of you can smell candy floss this evening.
The candy floss.
Yes.
What have you had a lot of sugar?
No,
No.
I don't know what this means.
I know.
So usually when you say, "Can you smell candy floss?" folk go.
Oh.
But yeah, I've been dropping my guts. So
Right.
I did a food sensitivity test a few weeks ago.
Oh,
And it
okay,
turns
yes.
out I'm sensitive to everything I enjoy.
Really?
A
It's
finger
just
up the bum.
Standard.
Oh no.
Well, I've got
Yeah,
a
so-
present you can fucking wrap around your arse.
Oh, this is nice. Oh, look at the wrapping paper, of course. Pink bag. Wonderful. Good choice.
Where-
Lovely Lurch merch sticker.
We're up there.
Up there.
There's a light on it. I can't tell if there's a camera in there or not. It's just a reflection of the fridge I'm seeing.
So,
Like, hello.
so it's a wonderfully wrapped pink bag there with the lurchmerch.co.uk sticker there. Of course, folks, you can visit lurchmerch.co.uk to
smell
get
that
all
candy
your merch.
floss.
Oh, I haven't yet, no.
Meaty.
It's meaty. Oh, see, it has been eating meat beforehand too. As
He
well.
fu-
It doesn't go through me that well. I don't think it goes through me that quick.
He shit last week and it was chewy.
Ooh.
It was the point where I went, oh, it's in my mouth.
It had to leave.
Like
Had to
vegan
leave.
soup.
Man, it's just been rotten. So, okay, little bit of paper there.
That's
You've
the,
eaten your pies.
oh, it's my compliment slip.
Compliment
Thank you,
slip.
sexy pals.
Oh, that's
So,
wonderful.
I was wearing my Sexy Pals Club t-shirt around the house, and Felicity's like, "Daddy, what does that say?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's a 60 Pals Club."
60 Pals Club.
But you're
Nice.
40. Like, yeah. Oh, and then name of.
Oh, that's the best one.
I got you the
That's the Mr. Pink missing t-shirt. You look delighted, Steve.
The word "stay" is been missed out. Stay missing. Please.
Wow, that is beautiful.
I thought I'd complete the
Do you think
artwork.
Do you think he still listens?
I think you should get close to the microphone. Was what I think you should do. Maybe as well. That would help him.
Do you think he still
You
listens
know,
to the show?
you're fucking 20 feet across the room. Speaking to the fridge. What's going on here? Fucking hell.
I can hear me perfectly in these
Can you
headphones.
really?
Oh.
Are you echoing? It's fucking quite quiet because that's what I'm hearing. You know?
No, I think it's just
Oh, Stephen!
nothing to do with the fact that you've got two
Fucking
pairs
hell.
of headphones taped together on your head. Just
Over-
to fit round the fucking thing.
Over fucking 10 years of recording this show, Steve. You've been here since like episode 1. Episode 1. Use your big boy voice. Into the microphone like a big boy. Jesus whipped. When do we have to?
Same every fucking time.
We'll just fucking do it!
Just turn the volume up on the microphone.
No! Because you're fucking.
This whole time, all you
Good
do is just
Lord.
touch a wee button and go,
No.
that's better.
Because you say what your son has. I've noticed that when he says that, Steve, his finger goes down a little bit on
Aye.
Steve. I'm sure he's just going,
just
turn it
fucking,
a little bit.
I'm just going to fuck with Steve.
Look
Look
out.
gaslight him like, fuck here, here we go.
No, listen. Look how wonderfully.
Steve, are you on your period? I mean,
Look how wonderfully.
Funny you should say that. I had a horrendous nosebleed
Did you
2
really?
days in a row.
That's basically
Couple
a
of
man
days ago.
period.
It is. I think I'm going
Oh.
through the menopause.
The menopause.
Feeling
Oh,
half a
no.
hot. I'm flushed.
Oh shit. Do you know we lad doing that wee foot rub? Because I'm there for you.
Oh, go on then.
And I'm good for that shit. Look at these big
Clear the
hands.
desk. Come on.
Clear the desk. I'll rub the fuck out of your feet, boy. Then. Oh, you.
How high up are you willing to go?
I mean, depends on how much money you're giving me for. You know how
Nothing.
big the tip is.
Well, the tip's probably about a half inch.
Okay, that's fine. Jesus Christ, we've got off to a wonderful fucking
About
start.
a third of the
tonight's-
hill length.
Tonight Show, a third of the length. It's only an inch, but some girls don't like it that thick.
Menopause.
Is this better?
That's better. There
Much
you
better.
go.
Aye, but there's like debris on this microphone.
Why don't you pull it closer towards you? That would be a...
Because it's got debris on it.
Well, that's because Kyle, the fucking wonderful hot sauce himself,
Sausage meat on it.
was sitting and engorging himself on fucking ribs and just spat like chunks of meat all over it. So there's like
Fuzz wanting an HRT sandwich.
an HRT sandwich
Well, I rattled some up just now.
with a fucking fluoxetine kicker.
I
Jesus
think, given
Christ.
the size of the collective tits in this room, that no one needs hormones.
No, I think the last thing we're needing is HRT.
How do you make a hormone?
Don't pay her. Hey.
Throw her in the sea.
Come on, where's the... Come on, fancy new board.
Oh, but I do have the... That bad boy.
That was shit.
Is that the best?
Whoa, can't be doing that. That's like Tim Westwood territory.
Well, I can give you applause. So here you go. How's that one?
Oh, fuck Tim Westwood.
He's another one at it, wasn't he?
He's eyed.
Aye.
What was he? Was he sex offender or nonce?
I think he was getting...
Sex offender, from what I can gather.
Okay, that's not as bad as nonce.
Yeah.
Still pretty bad.
He wasn't as bad. He wasn't the nonsense.
He wouldn't
which
be
is
in the
fine.
same wing in the prison, would he?
No, he wouldn't be the same wing as the fucking didgeridoo boy. No.
I bet Abdi wouldn't smell his fingers, though.
Oh, you guarantee it.
Fucking hell. Oh, fucking hell. Get out and walk.
Jesus Christ. He's only drinking tea as well, for fuck's sake.
Right.
Holy
This
moly.
fucking couple.
Oh, man. You're just very angry,
Look,
Stephen.
podcasting listeners, look at my mug.
Jesus, I'm so angry today.
We need the audio descriptive woman. That like describes that.
Oh,
Steev,
no. Right,
what's
we're
up?
on to the deefies already.
I know, we're only like fucking 10 minutes in, for fuck's sake. What's
Oh, did I tell you about
the
the
age-old adage? You can say what you like about the deaf.
So, mind the deefy wifey I was telling you about. In the,
well, yes, but...
that was clipped.
Yeah, it was clipped out, yes, because we did have some concerns from some of our live listeners. It was like, maybe you're going a bit too far laughing at the deefies. And it's like, well, it's maybe a fair point,
How the fuck are the deaf's gonna know on a podcast?
because somebody will karate sign them, and do the kung fu moves and tell them what's going on.
The ninja fingers.
So the wifey, right?
Hey, my daughter can do Makaton. Not
Can
a lot,
she?
but she can do a wee bit to teach
I
her at
was
school.
wondering if that was going here.
That's fucking... like fucking... What's his tits?
Oh, Mr. Tumble.
Aye, wank.
Mr. Tumble, he's a
He's
cunt,
supposedly a right
seemingly.
shite bag guy.
We've discussed before. Have you seen Mr. Tumble at all? No. Lurchy, this is why we can tell you're kid
That
free,
means
isn't he?
he's maybe like a really smart man. Maybe he's already heard on the grapevine about Harris and all that and been like,
Oh, maybe.
you know
yeah.
what, just keep these kids the fuck away from
That's
me.
maybe a good fucking call, actually.
I don't want them walking in when I'm masturbating.
Do you know that's why? So Archie, there's a show on TV on CBeebies, and it's called is it called something special or
Fucking
You're
fucking
Special?
is.
Oh,
Oh, no.
You're Special?
You're
Wasn't
not-
it?
You can't be saying that.
Well,
no,
no,
I think it's something special.
It's something. I think it's something special.
Oh,
And
you
Mr.
may.
Tumble is a clown, you see, who does Makaton, and generally he's on TV with a kid with
See, I'm thinking.
a kid with difficulties.
I thought you were going to start speaking about Joey Deacon.
No, we can't speak with Joey D. So Tumble,
The OG Stephen
he's
Hawkins.
on TV with kids with like special needs and stuff, and he'll do like, why are you laughing? And he'll do shows and take them to see like fire engines and zoos and here pet a goat, and they'll slap it in the face, stuff, that. So that's, but then, so he's a very well known children's entertainer, from what I can gather, and from what I've heard.
He's probably ready to retire, eh?
He's minted,
Mate,
surely.
right, I would
He's a
think so.
he's a CBeebies celebrity.
Oh, I bet there'll be an operation fucking something in about 20 years' time
Oh,
when he's just happy. When he's happy, again, sitting in his $1 million
yes.
fucking pound house.
With his 3 monitors.
His field of view will be amazing.
Field of view would be amazing. The same as 3 monitors, just ripping the fucking head clean off it. He's got 3 monitor
even
wide
think of
porn.
that now.
I know exactly. That's a fucking game changer. So we'll be sitting there with 3 massive screens.
Hairs and legs.
Just but like inner space, you just get shrunk down and get inserted into the. So he'll be there, door booted in by the feds. Oh, you tumble cunt, come on with us, Whoo!
Operation Tumble Cunt.
Most tumble cunt. So tumble cunt, basically, from what I can gather, from what I've learned or heard from people who've interacted with him for like gatherings. They've had like the kids shows where Tumble will arrive and go, "Hello, children, I'm Tumble," and he's a
Doesn't
fucking-
actually speak like
no, that
Plus,
doesn't.
he's got like a proper like. It's not a voice, but it's like
No.
It's very like. It's very theatrical for the kids.
Oh,
Hello.
Yes.
And he does his fucking sign language.
How
and all
are
that.
you?
Yeah. He does. Aye. actually, I mean,
That's how you say it.
part of me is like it's quite good for the kids to see that this isn't like fucking. You should like. 'Cause when I was a
Yes.
kid and you seen another kid like obviously Nadine well, you'd be like, the fuck's that? You know what I mean? But like obviously nowadays it's trying to normalise it for kids so they're not little weirdos about it.
Yeah, and
there's
you
quite a
know,
lot of them now, though. eh?
well,
So you got to normalise
you've
it.
got to normalise it. And the thing is, well, though, what he'll do is on the show, he'll give you a new word in Magaton, like apple. Can you say apple? And
You
then
say,
it'll
don't talk to the police.
and then it'll cut then to like 3 or 4 kids with special needs reenacting the apple. You know, doing the thing with the apple, and it's compelling TV, Lurchies.
What did they say?
Apple.
It's fucking ancient
It's
iPad
compelling
and that cracks
TV.
me up. They've obviously
Oh.
not updated that fucking thing for a long time.
Yes. What's behind the green button?
Aye, this thing's as old. It doesn't even work. They just CGI on a screen.
It's
like a broken iPad.
Helmet.
You give where the profits are going.
Oh,
Lawsuits.
How did we get on to this? Oh, yes.
I've
So
no idea.
the deaf wifey that comes into the shop,
Right.
right? She's got a pal, but I'm pretty sure she can hear, and I'm pretty sure she's heard me going when they're in.
right. Okay.
But I didn't. I'm just obviously I'm playing a character.
Obviously,
when I
you're
say
playing a
that.
character. Exactly.
But she walks past the shop, and naturally, they've got a fuzzy dog.
Dog.
The dog's
A spuzzy dog.
the dog's got like
The dog's got like a syndrome.
like the tongue hangs out his mouth.
Oh, so maybe it's a dog with a Bell's palsy or something like that.
Something like
Probably inbred.
Oh,
it's-
yes.
Well, yes. It shuffles. Well, she drags it past the shop.
Yes.
She takes the dog for a drag, and she comes past the shop, right? And then
Takes a
I was
dog.
stood when I did smoke. I was stood at the door, and she walked past. She go, and I'd wave, go hiya, and then she would bend down, grab the dog's hand, and get the dog to wave its hand at me, and then drag it
Oh,
away.
nice. Nice. Okay.
So I am.
So Tumble.
yeah,
Right, so Tumble.
the
So
dog's
Tumble.
got.
Tumble would then come and do like a tour, like a CBeebies tour, or he'd come.
Oh, yeah, I forgot, but we're actually on track.
We're
with
on,
a point
we're on
there,
track
weren't
a point,
we?
yeah. So,
We were making a point about this guy
And
being a bit of a cunt.
like a couple of folk I know who deal with kids said that Tumble came to an event that they ran, and like Tumble or Justin is his regular name when he's not Mr. Tumble, the clown. He's just Justin, you see. And Justin would hang about backstage and say like, "Don't let fucking kids near me, a little shit, but just a foul mouthed, smoking fags, like fucking
a
knocking
real
back."
life Krusty the Clown.
Just like just telling people to fuck off and stuff, like Krusty the Clown, like fuck off. You know, I need to get the fuck out of here, that kind of stuff. You know,
I've got 2 hookers and a half bag of flick waiting for me.
I've got a hooker bleeding to death in the boot of my car. Come on now. And then he'd go on stage. Hello, children. Apple.
I feel like he's treading a fine line now.
Oh,
Like-
I must be sure.
Like, I get the premise of the show is to kind of like, show that there's, it's just part of fucking life, eh? And to deal with it for other kids.
Yes,
But
exactly.
he's fucking like, he's just borderline of taking the piss, is he?
Well, at times
Like,
he
at
is.
times I'm like, is this satirical? You know what I mean?
But
Is
there-
he actually taking the piss?
There is times when like they're wheeling kids in wheelchairs into like obvious danger. Like, do you want to use the fire pole, Jeremy? And Jeremy's like, fucking with a soup helmet on. They're like, you can't put Jeremy in a fucking fire pole. You know, even firefighters would go through training for that shit. You know, fuck's sake.
Fucked up.
Oh man, it's
I'd
just
like
wonderful.
to do an adult themed tumble fucking movie.
Oh, yeah.
Tumblenator. You know what he's like?
Oh,
No, I'm not.
like-
Gonna
I would like to see. Oh, you bailed it quite quick there, Steve. What happened there?
just a way,
Aye.
just a way to make a really horrid fucking like. No, it doesn't matter.
I would like to see like because seemingly they're taking the Grinch and they're remaking it as a horror movie allegedly. I'd like to see them do that with Tumble, like a horror movie with Tumble going. You know, like 3 in the morning, you hear like a knock on your door, and you hear hello. What the fuck's that coming from? Is that from the old well in the back garden? And out climbs Justin with Apple. Oh fuck! You know that could be
Just,
golden.
I think the real horror movie would just be documenting parents having to go and sit through that shit in the live audience. Like,
Well-
Is a singing kettle still a thing?
It is, yes.
Spout handle, lid of metal. What's inside the,
The singing kettle. Well, no. Actually, it's changed because there was a whole big drama seemingly behind the scenes with the old singing kettle. The people who created the kettle, I don't know if they lost the rights to it somehow or they got shafted out of the rights. So they had to go and do a whole new thing, which I think is like the Magic Box or something like it's called, or something like this, where they do a show, but
operatic
singing-
teapot.
they're
the
not
singing
allowed.
teapot.
It's basically the singing kettle, but with no kettles, from what I can gather. And it's as pish as you can imagine it to be.
I think
but-
I learned that I was like fucking totally
Autistic.
against. Well, totally against being around other people.
Oh.
When my mom dragged me to see the singing kettle,
Oh, really?
you had to wear fancy dress, so I was a cowboy.
Oh, nice.
And I'm sat up there the first half, and I'm going. I think it was about fucking
15.
Aye. So then I gone, can we fucking go, please? And she's like, aye, okay. So, singing kettle. Was it His Majesty's fucking awful.
Oh.
Fucking awful. It's like when you went to school and you got dragged to see a fucking pantomime at Christmas time. How fucking
Oh,
awful is that
Tell
shit?
you what I used to hate at school. Hated the fucking hymns. They better not pull that pish at school anymore. That would really fuck me off.
The Rubes is reminding me of the chat group there. They've now changed the name to Fun Box. So they're now the Fun Box. You know, like, come and see the Fun Box. Now, if I hear the words or a flyer saying, come and see Fun
That's
Box,
a vagina to me.
I'm expecting a vagina firing at ping pong balls. I'm
Yeah,
expecting something in Amsterdam, you know, but,
Only a couple of days of the year it wouldn't be doing that.
well, a couple of days of the month when it's miserable as fuck.
A couple of days of the year.
A couple of days of the year. Optimistic. Jesus Christ. You can tell why you're single. Fucking
Well, I know.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So, what was I going to say?
I feel like this has gone downhill really quick. For the get go, we're in the gutter like really quickly tonight.
But this is seems to be our kind of. We have said so many times, let's try and be a bit more professional, a bit more punchy. Let's try and be a bit more kind
Where
of
was
on the
that
ball.
tonight?
It's all,
We're
every show goes to shit.
We're holding back on fit should be 100% in these fucking topics.
Absolutely, we
That's
are.
a problem.
Yes,
Can I then lighten the note by saying I
Right.
went to see a comedian on Friday night?
you did. Well,
And
yes,
it was joyful. It was
I
lovely.
was. You invited me,
Wonderful
but I couldn't
experience.
make it, and I'm gutted now because you said it was wonderful.
It was fucking hilarious. Actually,
Was it really?
I had like a sore face for laughing.
Was it in Aberdeen or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm allowed to say the names of hotels without them getting a fucking umbrage. It was the Park Inn.
Okay. Right.
There we go. So it was really good. He had a support act on that went on and got heckled, unfortunately, by two ladies who were just pissed and annoying.
Oh
You
man.
could tell the whole room were like, shut the fuck up.
Oh man.
And then he came on and
Perhaps
was all
middle
good.
aged.
Yeah, but
Perhaps like short, kind of bobbed haircuts.
maybe.
Maybe.
Yes.
Names beginning with K.
Asking to see the manager at all at any point.
No, it wasn't Kay. One was Lynette. I knew that because she was like introduced herself 3 times because she was that pissed.
Nice.
Hi, I'm Lynette, and she's like one-eyed speaking.
Oh Jesus, man.
Oh, I hate when you go to the app, when you got focus.
311 peeper. Aye.
That's it. Aye, hold on, I'll put my glasses on. I hear you better.
Oh, aye. Yes.
Yep. Aye. So yeah, the guy finished the show, came out, chatted to everyone, and I ended up speaking about 20 to 1 in the morning. so
Nice.
Finished the show about 10:30, and we sat and used.
Oh,
So it was
excellent.
really nice.
So you hung back like a
so
groupie, just
it was-
we chat and
well,
say hello.
kind of. I've been following him on social media for over a decade.
Oh,
so
okay,
even
okay.
before the show, he came over and thanked me for coming and whatnot. And
Ah,
to me,
nice.
Blah blah blah. And then after the show, it was like, come on, we'll get a chat. But he actually spent most of the time speaking to the heckler's mum.
Really?
Yeah, it was quite nice actually. He went and had a wee news with it. It was lovely. He's a lovely guy.
Bloody hell.
So he plays. I don't know if any has watched Scott Squad.
Yes.
The character Bobby, the guy that's always in at the police station. Officer Karen.
Yes,
that's
aye.
him. Yeah, Darren,
Ah,
Darren Connell's
okay.
his name. So
Nice.
yeah, hit him up on social media.
So a
him
good
follows
night,
him.
a
He's
good
like,
night out by yourself,
he's good,
watching
aye.
a bit of comedian.
Promote a wee bit of Scottish comedy. Yeah, he's
Yes,
a good
true.
guy. He's
Ah.
funny. So
Lurchy, where happened to your plans to do a wee stand-up set?
Pink
Is
left.
that still on the go?
Pink left.
Bing left.
He was meant to be my wingman.
He was the man going for it,
Aye,
exactly.
He was gone for. I was just going to tag along, steal the show.
I was the idea to let him bomb, and then you just go up and it wouldn't matter what you said. Folk would be like, brilliant.
Yeah.
You just go and say apple, and everyone would lose their ties.
I'd like to apologise for him, but I'm here. I'm going to be on stage for 10 minutes doing comedy, but I'll be here for about an hour. So
Yes,
aye.
telling you a little bit of my woes of my life. You know, that's it.
Whoa, don't
Take a
forget-
seat, folks. Now, listen. Here's a thing, though. I would like to touch upon because last show, Steve. We at the end of the show we dabbled in the supernatural, somewhat.
Aye,
We,
right. I've got a big fucking problem with this.
Well,
yeah.
so what it was Stevie, we were speaking about like ghosties and such not, you see, and I showed Lurch an app on the phone you can use, which seemingly picks up on EVP.
What's
or
EVP?
electronic voice phenomena. I think it is. It's basically it uses electromagnetic waves and stuff such as well that words can appear through the device.
And this is just an app.
An app.
So your phone's already got this hardware that's
It's got
capable
all
of picking
the
this up.
hardware.
Right,
Yes,
okay,
but this app uses that hardware to focus on
It's
the
going to be a hard sell. Listen,
a
to
hard
hear now.
sell
The
so far. Yeah.
developers didn't bother to include anything like on the software wise themselves. They thought, you know what, we're going to install this super sensitive hardware, and we'll let someone else develop an app for it.
No.
No.
You're confusing me now. No, the app is designed to use the sensors on your phone
Yeah.
to create the data, collect the data, and then put it out as
What sensors
voice
is their phone
phenomena.
got, though?
I don't know.
Camera, microphone.
Microphone, camera,
well, I know that
GPS,
it fucking. I know that this
electromagnetic.
app, this app
gyro.
uses the fuck out your battery.
So
I am just. I mean, I don't mean to sound too skeptical, but I'm calling.
Hey,
bullshit.
no.
I'm calling bullshit.
it's good to have a skeptic in the team. You see,
I need a
because
skeptic here.
we need a
because
skeptic. You see, because we're too far gone. Especially last week when we had this thing running away, and it just generates random words
Sorry.
that from the atmosphere allegedly, random words, and a lot of the words. You're waving that in Lurch's face there.
If
For
there
fuck's
is a
sake.
spirit in the house just now.
Good almighty.
You'll hear it gagging in a minute.
Good Lord. So the EVP was picking up on words and giving poor Lurchy the
What
heebie-jeebies.
kind of words?
Right, so Kyle and this cunt kept saying there's some cunt on the stairs. Now, sausage breath. I might have told you before, she's a bit spooky.
Aye.
She's done the course. She's paid
Aye,
the £3 a month.
Seen her coming.
Right? She said, "Fuzz that cunt on the stairs," and I've never brought it up to anyone. The vibe said
Probably the cat.
it's probably well. Kyle, when I gave him his shirt,
Facts. It was probably both the cats, but one was on the other's shoulders, and they were just wearing a mac and a hat.
can I get a pint, love?
Can I get a pint of Guinness, please?
So Abdi was says there's somebody on the stairs, right? So I'm going, okay. He put this app on, and certain weird shit started happening. Every time I tried to speak about my dad, it would go, if it was a disrespectful, stop, don't.
I'm behind you, don't. Living room,
yeah, no,
living room, I'm behind you.
And then Kyle's
don't.
gone, it's a weird money, and I went and got a photo of my granda. This is him and Kyle went, maybe. And then it said, Robert.
Why would Kyle know who you are? What's it got to do with Kyle? Was he spooky now or not? Is he?
Well,
Cool,
yeah,
right?
apparently very spooky. And I goes, is this a cunt that you've seen on the stairs? And, he went, and then the thing said Robert, my granddad's name, and I'm like, right, give me fucking who's you fucking spooky cunt.
So spooky, it put the willies up him.
That's
That's a gay joke.
That's a
by the
gay joke, by the way.
I'm,
See what I did there? Thank you very much. So who's next? Black people. Anyway, no, I'm only joking.
So you've then, I believe, gone on through the week and continued to use said app.
I used
And
it
you've
for-
also shared it with your sister, I believe, as well, too.
Oh, my sister had like a proper fucking freaky thing happen. It was like something happened in our house, then the fucking top or tea bag fucking holder thing flew off in the kitchen. She's like, right, I'm going to work.
Oh, shit.
2 o'clock at night, she's like, I'm at work. Fuck this.
Thought that's what she would have. Never mind.
I'm feared to leave my feet poking at the end of the bed.
Oh, no.
In case I've got one of them fucking freaky ghosts and I wake up and they're covered in ectoplasm. So
Maybe better stick in your arsesuit instead.
well,
So are you still keen on the idea then of like an outdoor ghost hunt or some kind of event where
Slade's Castle.
Slade's
Let's do
Castle,
it.
for example, we strap on the GoPros, we get the head torches
point
on,
our faces like
the train boy.
we get on the head torches, wander around, get the willies, and then run away screaming to our wives. You know,
we should do it. We should be fucking gold. Find a decent, like, you know, where doggers like to go,
Yes.
something like that, and then pretend we're like really into like as we're an actual like fucking ghost hunters. And just
Look
fuck
at
with
this
them.
ectoplasm
Just
up the
fuck
side
with
of this feet.
You're in there with a blue light. What the fuck? How did it get up there? Aye, brilliant.
and the boys fucking punto window. What the fuck?
All over the handle.
So yeah, are you still using the app, or are you kind of backed off now a little bit?
I've kind of backed off a little
What's
bit.
the app called?
Ghost Tube, I think it is.
Ghost Tube.
You can record video while it's giving you this kind of EVP readings.
I'm
if you
gonna
will.
download it and have a look and see what
Feel
kind of pish
free.
it comes away with.
Steve, if you spend £11 a year, you will get extra words.
Yes, exactly. They unlock the library for you. Have you paid that?
Yeah. I have indeed.
Oh, I've just had a message. Him in. Tell Scott to turn it up.
Turn it up. Oh shit! Is it quiet there in the
Is it
world?
that bad? Mr. McLean, are you in the chat room?
I will turn it up. Don't you worry, Mr.
No, it's not John McLean. It's Duncan McLean.
Duncan McLean.
He's lesser famous for saving a sparrow.
Really?
Yeah.
Right.
How can the
Consider
same
that
shit
nonsense.
happen to the same
Turned up a
family
little bit.
member
There we go.
twice?
That's better. So yeah, we.
Jesus, turn that down. No, I'm joking.
So I still think we need to go out, get the GoPros on, get the camera. Because we're so close to Halloween too as well. What better Halloween show could we do apart from doing one outside somewhere in the pitch dark
We could do one inside.
with head torches?
It's warm.
Well, I mean, we could do, but that wouldn't be fun, though, would it? Let's be fair. I think outside.
Well, as long as it's not here, because I am not a fucking devil house, okay?
No, of course, no.
I'm not a fucking devil house.
We shall welcome no death upon your home.
We get a Ouija board.
4 out of 5 stars.
I would.
It's seemingly quite well renowned.
Ahoy the night.
That's going to sign in. I forgot my password.
Well, I put my one on over.
Feel free, stick it on. Feel free, and so
Might-
yeah,
might
so,
give us some content.
so we need to. Oh, I'll give you some fucking content. Fuck's sake.
You sitting on something?
Well, actually, yes. Actually, yes, I am. Would you believe?
It's ours.
Well, no. My soon-to-be destroyed testicles. Yep, exactly. So this week coming. Well, here's the problem, right?
Well, how the fuck are we going to be able to go ghosty hunting if you're fucking knackered?
I'll be
If you're going to have a cone around your neck.
No,
If you're going to hate dissolvable stitches.
I can't go out in the rain.
I know.
I think I'll fill up fast. You know, Jesus Christ. So
I'll
I'm
hold him, you
going.
put the tablet in his mouth and then we'll both rub his neck.
Aye. Yeah.
Or tap his nose.
The problem is, right, is that I'm booked in. Well, I was trying to book in for the snip, like at the start of COVID, and it obviously got delayed because of COVID and delayed because you can't.
But it's near your
It
mouth.
was non-emergency, exactly. Seemingly,
Could you not just
um,
like poke, like dog it, poked it through the fucking the letterbox?
you would think so.
Here you go.
Go in a wee hazmat suit with the balls hanging out. I'll do that shit to get rid of it.
Guys
But
at the station don't just use the big shears on it.
they could have done. But the thing is, so they kept saying, look, we can't do this because it's COVID, blah blah. Kept delaying it, and eventually they're like, look, we've got an appointment for you, or soon we'll give you a phone. So they phoned, and they didn't get me, but they got the rubes. You see,
Okay.
I was at work, so I only found out because the rubes then went ahead and sent me a voice clip, which sounds a bit like this.
I just made your vasectomy appointment. A nurse phoned and I was like, oh, I'm his wife. Can I help? And she gave me all the details and I've just made an appointment.
Did you hear that maniacal laugh
What
at the
the
end
fuck?
there? Exactly. See the fucking. Can I play up maniacal laugh again? Because holy shit, that's a demon. Let me see.
And I've just made an appointment.
See, right? There shouldn't be that level of joy in a woman knowing that her husband's testicles are to be mutilated and burned
Can you imagine
by
phoning
somebody in a white jacket.
Imagine phoning up a woman and being like, I've just booked your hysterectomy.
Could you fucking imagine? You'd be front page of the Sun.
Booked a womb for 2. Way. Yeah,
I've
fuck
entered you
that.
into a raffle.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie, right? I think your wife's a wonderful woman, but that's
Yes.
evil and nasty.
Evil.
That's
But the
just
thing is,
cruel.
though, you would think that the kind of the forthcoming thought of your poor husband hobbling around in pain, probably with swollen swingers, not being a happy chappy. You think that there'd be some kind of sympathy there. There's some kind of but it's just been like smiles and joy and it should go fine for you. Well, great.
You've got to think as well, you're probably going to go through all that for it still not to get touched.
Well, exactly. I know, right?
I was going to ask,
Married
what
life.
is the point in this? Just
I
to
want
inflict pain on
No
you?
more crotch goblins.
Well, put someone on the end of it then.
But no, it happens so infrequently that if I were to buy something to put at the end of it, it would go off before it got used.
Have to
It would
dust
be
it
out of
first.
date, exactly. The
Surely-
rubber would degrade.
Surely you're of that age where,
No, I'm not of that age.
where you can like...
Where
Requires
was?
assistance.
Yeah.
Tread carefully. Right.
Do you need the
Tread
Viagra's? Is that
carefully.
what you're getting at?
No.
I've got Viagra on top if you're needing it.
Then yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
I'm telling you, cut a Viagra in half, slip it in a cup of tea.
right, the problem
So
is
the
though.
fuck, you'll hear a rash in your leg.
No.
Fucking rubbing it again. Come on. Come on, Taylor, put your hand over.
What colour are they? Are they traditionally blue? Is that
Blue.
Can you get them in just like plain white?
Maybe
fucking
fucking
know.
Zuka the fucking blew off him.
Just curious because
Like a
it would be
gobstopper.
fucking right. My work. There's only one woman at my work, and she only drinks like fucking her own little herbal tea shit.
Right.
Everyone else at work drinks like tea and coffee, so it'd be fun just to like spike the sugar,
Well, you could go into and go, here's your Hermesites.
just empty out the sugar bowl and fill it with nothing but fucking laxatives.
Why
and
would you want them all to be
fucking
horny as fuck?
Viagra. Laxatives and Viagra just to completely fuck with them.
Oh,
Well,
man.
well, I've got 2 stories about this. Right,
Right,
so,
okay.
right, first one, the Viagra.
Well, can I just finish what I was going to say there? The problem I've got is, just quickly before you finish off there, the problem I've got is that she booked it for this week thinking that I wasn't working for the next 2 days, but I'd forgot to mention that I'm in an overtime for the next 2 days. So I'm going to have to go into work like a fucking crippled mess,
Beautiful.
which is wonderful.
Technically, are you meant to wear like trousers after it's been done?
You're supposed to, well, there's a letter that comes with it to tell you what you need to do.
Why did you not bring the letter?
I've got it as an email, right?
Oh,
I have to shave everything bald, right? I have to
What,
take everything
really?
off. Yo, aye.
Right, you want some Veet?
Taking the hair off it.
I've got Veet up the stairs,
You
right?
think I should Veet it?
Let's
Veet.
do it now. Go.
Oh, we can Veet it on the show.
Go get a V.
No, but I'm not going to Veet it on the show.
6
Do it.
minutes? 6
Do it.
minutes?
6 minutes.
Do it.
And then
I
what do you
like-
do? Do you hose it off?
Well, you can scrape it off of the thing or you can just hose it off. But I
Do it.
left it on once for like 10
Uh-huh.
minutes. And I swear to fuck, it was like a sunburnt fucking
Well,
kid.
didn't Maynard say that it's like, 6 minutes on the dot, not a minute more, not a minute less? Or you get the
I'd be going
fucking...
for 5 minutes 30 just play it safe.
Would you?
If there's a few stragglers, you can get them with a razor.
But you don't want to be hacking at roots, though. You want them to dissolve away, if you can.
It helps if like it's standing at attention to get the
Does it?
baseline. sort
Oh.
of.
Can you not just, like, pull it out a bit and just to stretch it all out so you get the...
Well, no, because you wouldn't get like the sort of the
The base.
The base. You
The
wouldn't get like
base.
the hairs from the base.
Of course, aye.
It's like when you've got a lamppost at the bottom of your garden and now the weeds grew.
Aye, you want to strim them.
So what you're
around
saying
Difficult
is
to get in about and strim all that, is it?
What you're saying is I need to go and have a stiffy in your bathroom and then lather on the
right?
meat.
No, you'll do this at home. I'll
Right,
give you a
okay.
Viagra. I'll give you some.
No, I can
Veet
do it here.
and some brisket.
Because I'm going to dust your
Why don't
whole
we
home
just
with my
do it here
pubics.
now? That'll be hilarious. And then you can bag up what's left of the pubes and auction them off.
I'm going to dust my pubics all over his home. I
Well,
beg
I didn't
carpets.
fucking maniacally laugh at fucking you.
No, but you've had some joy out of it at least, for God's
I
sake.
asked to come with you and be
We'll
moral
have-
support.
We'll have
Could
more joy
you
next week
fucking
when
imagine?
we're dick flicking you the way past.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
How will, like, a
Because they
fucking-
go in. Now, one of my friends at work has gone through this procedure. And it was, well, in fact, 2 people I know have gone through this procedure.
Do they put a needle in your knackers?
They do. They numb you.
Nah, I'm
They
done.
numb the
Nah,
knacker
fuck
sack.
that. She can get
And
fucking hysterectomy. Right, no.
I might have a numb at time. Oh, Jesus
We need
Christ.
to start Scott aid here, right?
Right, okay.
It's a lot easier for her to get fucking her tubes fucking.
Oh,
snipped.
fuck.
Right? No, I'm not hearing this.
No, listen, it gets worse.
Men power.
Archie. They numb the area. So jab. Here's me folding like a flick knife, and then they cut a hole into the scrotum. From what I can gather, they then go in. And now you're not feeling this because obviously you're dead from the waist down, right? But
I'd want
they,
an
they go in
epidural.
with a fucking hooky thing and they start pulling the tubes, and that's when you feel it. You feel, oh fucking hell, I'm getting tugged here. What's going on
Could you
here?
feel it up in your gut? eh?
Aye, they're pulling the tubes. So they pull the tube seemingly then, and then they snip the hoor, right? So that's bad
I
enough.
thought they just tied them now.
No,
So
seemingly they
reversible.
burn them.
Oh,
That doesn't sound reversible.
They take the because they take the ends of the tubes and then they burn them. You see, now I've been told by a couple of folk that you're lying back there and you can smell what like cooking meat.
What?
And one of them said he saw wisps of blue smoke rising.
Blue?
And blue smoke for some reason rising above his crotch.
That doesn't
now,
sound right.
Lurchy here's going to vomit on his fucking desk. I think it knows
fucking,
me.
my knackers. Like I feel like I've just did this procedure.
So-
because mine have disappeared inside.
Well, one of the guys used to work with the paper mill.
Steve went far
His name
on the
was
side of the kitchen.
His name was Jim Conn. We called him Jim because he was so good they named him twice Jim. Now Jim had this done, right? But it didn't heal properly. The wee hole they dug into him to get the things tied, it went all septic and pussy. So he had a pussy hole, a swollen sack that looked like a fucking stinky old fusty football. This hole that was like pumping out fust. He said he had to thumb in. Did he leave it open? I had to thumb in antibacterial gel just to let it heal up eventually. They had to go back in afterwards surgically to kind of fix things again because it wasn't healing properly.
Needles in the bars. So
Needles in the bars.
right,
So, but
right.
it gets worse, right?
Well, I was
So-
going to ask. I'm assuming it's not just a needle in your beanbag. It's a needle in the fucking nut cutlet
I
itself.
think it could be in the base of the sausage. From what I can gather, it might be. Just kill the
your
whole
nut
area.
cutlets would hate to get fucking.
I know, right? But here's the worst thing, though. So the Rubes' car's fucked. So she's going to have to use my car to go to work for the next kind of few days, which means on the day that I'm going in, I'm not telling you what day it is, on the day that I'm going in, I'm going to have to get the bus. The bus in, and then the bus home again.
It's all right. It's free for you, isn't it?
They've told me I need to obviously scarp the whole area, veet the whole area, scarp the whole area, which is fine. I then have to wear supportive underpants, like a good fitting
Hipsters.
hipsters,
The
if you
ones
will,
with
you
the
know.
holes in them.
The ones that, the pouch, you know, to keep it all in one place. I should consider wearing loose trousers or joggers, for example.
I was going to say.
So,
Oh,
but I'm not going to wear grey ones because it bleeds. Could you imagine that big bleedy crotch when you're getting off the bus?
So-
I'll go doing well.
Oh, right, hold on.
things.
Right,
But then the problem,
we're
of
gonna
course-
hit emails for women saying, well, no, you can't fit.
Exactly, bleedy crotch. But the problem is, of course, when I get back to Meldrum on the bus, it's a good kind of like 25-minute walk from the bus stop to my house. That's going to be fun as well.
2 things.
Tell me.
Firstly, apologies. All that talk of burning meat.
Yes.
I had to go and get some more brisket.
Of course you did.
Secondly, I'm actually off for the next 2 weeks.
Are you really?
So on the day of your operation,
Me and Steve
if
will
you
come
can-
and get
No,
you.
I was about to say,
You'll
if-
be
if
busy
you
working
can-
though, pal. So you know it's a shame
if you
because
can
you're a busy man. A butchery. No, I would not feel safe with you closing the shop, Lurchy, and you losing revenue to come and support your good friend Scotty Botty here when he gets his balls hacked off. I would feel the worst man for that, taking you away from your obligations.
Well, it'll take like me and Steve to hold the box that you'll be in with the fucking big cone on.
Wheelbarrow.
So
Right, that's-
the Roop says it's not a 25-minute walk; it's a 5-minute walk at least. Aye, if you're power walking like some fucking spastic woman who's I can't even say spastic, like some maniac woman who's due the HRT. Not when you're a broken-kneed fucking balls torn apart gentleman.
My point was, I've got time off, so if
Right.
you let me know the date and the time,
Me and Steve
I
will
will
come
be
get
waiting
you.
at the bus stop to film you hobbling through this. And then he goes, way!
Hey, fine, look at your balls.
I've actually got Herma's mobility scooter going in to get fixed this week. So if it's repaired in time, I'll maybe get you a shot.
That would be wonderful.
Maybe need to put bigger batteries in it.
Bigger batteries, maybe. Aye. It's mostly uphill from the
I'll
bus
speak
stop.
to their brother-in-law, see what he's got in the farm.
That's a good point. Aye. Oh,
They bring it all Mossy Ferguson.
can you bring through a quad? I'll do my job. So yeah, that's.
You seem quite like perky about this. And
I'm not.
Well, no.
Well, I mean, and I'm half and half, really. I'm half and half because I'm not really worried about the surgery, but I am worried that they've outsourced it to a third-party company, though, because seemingly there's a waiting list nae handy.
Oh, have you heard the
For the
fucking
NHS.
robots that do like operations now? Can you imagine you've got a robot?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Stabby.
Robocop.
Stabby robot. Aye.
Don't hurt me, Murph. Don't hurt me.
I'd do it. I've played Surgeon Simulator. I could do that.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Neighbour.
So-
Cleaning about.
I do have fears though of like when they go to give you the jabs and then in walks fucking Lurchy with do you remember in the Dark Knight
No, it'd be like Mr. Bean.
in the Dark Knight with the fucking Joker makeup but with a wig on and the nurse's outfit in walks Lurchy like
But a
fucking
butcher's
hell.
knife.
Aye.
Picking your bobby at me.
Jeez. so
You
yeah,
know, it doesn't upset you that another man's going to be touching your junk.
not really no because
Does
it's
it
one
may upset you?
What
only
if you
time it's going to get
What if
touched.
you get a stiffy?
Oh God.
You imagine getting a rager on?
Surely if they numb it, it won't get stiffied.
But your body's going to be like, oh, we're bleeding, get red blood cells down there.
Don't
Oof.
worry, they'll never notice.
If you manage to
button
get an
mushroom?
erection is for fits happening,
Aye. That's a
Fair play.
That's a peculiar kink. That's a case then, cut my balls off.
Saying
Oh!
you can't defy nature. Like your body's
Jesus,
going to be
man.
like, oh, there's a bleed here. We better get some red blood cells down there.
Yeah,
Heart rate
to the
up,
testicles.
Pump the blood down there. Bum, 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 bum.
Not to the peanut.
It's all the same area.
They
It
must
all
see
goes
a
down
fair. They must see a fair whack of hard on some. Surely, if you're doing. But then, would they though? Because surely you're not getting a stiffy when you're getting your balls chopped.
No idea. I had to. Oh Christ! Did I tell you about this? I had shooting pains in my bollock.
Oh,
I
right.
had to go to the doctor and get it looked at. Right.
Sorry.
And
Sorry.
it turns out it's a right because the pain was going up
I
the
just-
right side
sorry.
of my body. Yeah. So it's obviously not just hanging in the middle. It's a right one.
Oh, it's a right one.
The
Okay.
left one's missing. So now we know that. Right.
Now-
So
okay.
now that's out of the way. How good's this? Going to see the doctor, and it's like one of that moments where you're like, "Don't get hard on, don't get hard on." And then I was like, sat down, wheathed my trousers, my boxers down. And I was like, "Oh, I wish I'd got hard on," because it literally just went into like fucking stage,
like
stage
a
fright.
thumb.
It was like,
Oh no.
it was like a wee heat poking out the bush, and that was it. Just sitting there, quite a thing. It wasn't, it wasn't even enough length in it to flop over. It just fucking just shrunk right in. I was like, oh god. And the nurse was like, well, everything looks fine. And I was like, oh,
it's not even like it's not even like an engorged clitoris when it goes like
Just
that.
fine.
it's fucking awful. And I hadn't trimmed, so there wasn't even the optical inch there.
Oh.
It was just like, I don't even know what to. It was like a
A
wart
button on
and a
a
beard.
fur coat.
Aye, it was fucking awful. I was just like, well, fuck.
Oh no!
nothing you can do about it. I'm
Fuck
not out to impress anyone nowadays anyway.
Exactly. Jesus Christ!
I'm just grateful that, I've not put on that much weight that I had to hold my stomach out the way.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
in all fairness,
yeah.
I'm not far off.
The apron or the curtain, what's it called?
The
The
An
Vajomic.
apron.
the apron.
Oh, you have to hide.
Oh,
Hook the apron up.
I've had one of them before. When I went in to get my balls scanned for cancer, they did the gel thing. And
Did you think I had bollock cancer?
I did for a while there. Yeah, I had a wee fear because it was a lump.
I
What
love
was it
Dana.
instead?
I love Dana's show. It's a right laugh.
Was it just another test?
Well, no, it was. Well, it felt like that way. It was a big lump on one of my swingers. So I went in.
just a stray watts that they got stuck in the folds of your skin.
That's it. No, a stray fucking jelly bean. No, I went in.
Was
And,
this lump blue as well?
Well, they had to. So they have to they put that goonie on you. You know the backwards goonie. With the
Oh,
arse hanging
I
out.
love a goonie. I love my ass
Oh,
hanging
the
out a
goonie.
goonie.
But see, I'm not designed like a regular human-sized person. So the
They just
goonie
tie two together.
kind of. It wasn't just my arse hanging out. It was my whole fucking just from the front of the hips back, everything. And then you have to walk through like a waiting room to get to from where you've dressed
We are two odd socks
to the
on.
scan bitty.
I am
So
washing and two odd
there's like
socks on.
two old wifeys horrified by this big fat man's sweaty arse. Ah!
Magic.
As I went, because I can't tie it shut behind me because I'm too fat. And then you go into the wee room and I had to lie down and it's this old grey-haired wifey. She's with the fucking hands in the ham with the gel, and then they obviously they coated all of your balls. Your balls, when you lie down, they get two towels and they kind of like one top, one bottom, so that
Oh,
you're
they just like isolate the root. So it's
isolate
like this.
Well, they isolate the balls.
Yeah.
So the top towel covers the Johnson, and the bottom half just is for your legs, and the balls get pulled through.
Tell me it ended up looking like a Ku Klux Klan meeting.
The balls came through, and then they on with the gel, and then they get the old fucking thing used for like scanning burns and bellies, and over the balls, and they're doing the scan.
This is
I
some.
don't think I've got enough sack for that.
They went through. They did.
This is some.
I've got some big
This
ass
is some
potatoes.
fucking waiting room like.
I'm telling you, man. No, I wasn't.
there's
This
no-
wasn't even a nurse. It was just
There's no
fucking-
low hanging fruit here. It's all quite tight
Quite
and neat.
tight
There's
up.
no way they're gonna get that out through past.
Oh
two
no,
towels
mine
and all
are
that.
big hanging swingers.
You'd probably be better getting me to lie face down and
Well,
kicking my arse up and poking it through it.
Right, get us through.
And then you could just put on like I don't know, rip a hole down the middle of one towel,
oh aye.
hang it over each arse cheek, and then pull them through. That would probably-
Genius. But can I,
I'm glad I've thought this through
Yeah,
because if
yeah.
I ever need it, I can say, right, this isn't going to be a normal one.
but
today,
before
boys.
you go ahead, sir.
Yes.
Exactly.
Let me pitch you an idea.
Can I also say that when they do the scan, when they rub the thing over your balls with the gel, don't say, "Oh, is it twins?" Because they don't take out very well. You see, they must. Well, you can't know. Of
And I
course
was like,
not.
is it a single?
Why are you looking so horrified, Lurchy? You're just sitting there clutching your mouth like you're just going through hell here.
Why are you allowed? Right, fit has happened to use.
We got old.
That you're allowing women to fuck with the one thing that brings you fucking happiness in life.
Well, see, this is why having kids.
No,
that brings
your
me no fucking joy in life.
balls.
Yes, but
Oh, I
imagine
don't need to
though.
worry about that. Mine doesn't work anyway.
Imagine though, Lurchy. What do you mean yours doesn't work?
Well, I mean, like,
Has it been broken since
I've
you had the
never
stroke?
had any kids naturally.
Oh, you mean? Oh, sorry, you mean that way? Okay,
yeah.
right. Fucking
Okay.
hell. Now I feel bad.
I love Dina's show. It's right.
Oh, fucking hell.
But if I have, fuck. But it's not likely. No.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That's it. Jesus
Turns
Christ.
out, so the first time I went, you know what? I shouldn't go down this road. But
You
when I
should.
went through IVF to get Felicity right,
Right.
we only found this out recently. It turns out that the reason that all my swimmers weren't swimming in a hand is because I was going to the gym every day and hitting the sauna for a good 20 minutes.
Oh no, they were getting cooked.
Unbeknownst to me, he was boiling the fuckers.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, these things are fucked. Indeed, yeah, game over. And I'm like, oh right, okay,
Shit.
doesn't work. Turns out it's nothing to do with that.
The heat.
It's just it's,
It was the Simpsons where they look at the sperm under the fucking microscope. So I need to look it up. Keep talking.
Was it like the three-eyed fish Blinky? You know? Fucking hell. So, well, I mean, so I think once you're fixed as well, once you're all jabbed and fixed, you then have to supply them with samples for a period of time afterwards to see if you're all the Homer Simpson sperms.
You get the fucking Smithers ones.
wouldn't that make a great screensaver? All these
Just
little-
the wee Homer
little
sperms.
sperms going on.
Oh, for
Is that
fuck's
Windows
sake.
95? No.
Aye, Windows 95 had some great screensavers.
It had some great ahin.
Oh, aye.
In Carter.
And Carter, yes, okay, aye.
Fucking, like, Carter never fucking used to hound you for £2 every fucking Christmas time.
No, an email saying, just thought we'd ask you for a wee penny or two. Aye, okay.
Winamp.
Winamp was the best thing in the world back in the day. You know,
is.
you kids these days
I've
are
still
fucking
got Winamp.
spoiled. Have you still
Yeah,
got
I've got a
Winamp?
modified version that works on Windows 10.
Motherfucker, that's wonderful.
I like how we've gone for like getting your
Mutilation.
Nuts cut. Your nut cutlets getting cut to fucking Windows 95.
But see, here's my concern though regarding vasectomies is it going to be much like, you know, when Samson got his haircut, you know, is where he loses all his power. Do I once the tubes are tied, do I then lose my fucking king of podcasting crown? Do I then lose my power to come on here and speak shit for 2 hours?
I think
Will you slip
You
from
know?
second in strongman competitions?
to third.
Sorry, that was a low.
No.
I
Slow
think,
some sick to me.
I think like when I go,
This could be the end of the show.
You ever notice when you get like your cut?
It's a night.
When you get
Oh,
your,
sorry, you mean like the end of the
Yes,
show. Sorry,
yes,
sorry.
yes.
My bad. My bad.
you ever notice like when you get your cut snipped,
Yes, no.
they get grossly obese.
Do they? Oh.
That miserable fucking cunt. Her that was fucking about with the water bowl. That's fucking spuzzy cat of mine.
Aye, but she wasn't fucking about the water bowl. She was a clever cat. She was like scooping water up in her paw and then being like,
I don't know.
what the fuck?
She
Not
had a
normal.
habit when she was younger of just going, oh, like sticking her face right in it. And Chief like goes, I'll see how deep
Like
it is.
almost drowning.
Oh, Chief will test the depth. You'll go right. That's a depth gauge,
Paw
right?
dip, aye.
Aye.
Okay.
No, she'll fucking she's she was dunking for apples.
Oh, right, okay.
But she was the littlest, tiniest little wee kitten. And then I got her snipped, and now she's like,
A hoose.
aye.
Oh, Jesus, didn't I say that? Because the thing is when you tell people, and I imagine the chat will be the same, is that when you tell people you're away to get the snip, all you get is horror stories. Like one of the guys at work was telling me that his pal,
Died.
seemingly after the snip, you know, said that,
But couldn't you, in general, when you're going to hospital,
oh, aye,
When you're
give
get-
you the worst case
I
scenario.
was going to get a toenail ripped out
Getting
once.
an eye test. Oh, Al Jeannie up the road got that. She glycoma. She died 3 weeks later. Dead. Face down in her porridge.
You're on about going, like, didn't I go, is it twins? See if you're getting your eyes
Aye.
tested. They go, you ever had your eyes checked before? You go, no, the vibe's been brown.
Well, his eye was too.
Nice. Nice.
Give I bumped in who I bumped into the optician.
The audition.
Everyone.
Oh, yes.
The optician jokes.
That was wonderful.
I was getting my toenail.
Steve's just looking stunned, like, what the fuck was that?
When I was, kind of like when you're younger and you're like playing football and shit like that, you get
Yes.
like a fucking ingrown nail.
Yes.
Right? I had to get mine ripped out.
So
Right?
did I.
And my dad, because he's kin.
Said, that's fucking awful.
No, well, it was part of the fucking awful fucking
Right.
rant that he goes on. He decided to say, while I was sitting there, they'll go like, oh, do you want the nail bed killed off or anything
Okay.
like that? And you're like, let's save me getting it done again. Aye, okay. And my dad was sitting there going, your grandma got it done once, fucking they did it wrong. There was horns coming out of a big tea. Oh, well,
hell.
maybe not.
Okay.
So I'm sat here in the outside the bobbin. 'Cause
Right.
My doctor's surgery was like just doing for the outside the bobbin on a bench with a big massive fucking stookie on my big tay.
Jesus.
Well, he got pished.
Oh, nice.
Didn't get killed.
So he left you outside with stookied foot,
Oh, he come in every now and again, yeah.
crisps or
aye.
something. Or okay.
It's can't be fries.
Motherfucker. How old were you then?
12.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not going to let you in here, so just
Oh,
sit on
enough.
the
He
bench.
could have come out with a pint at least. Jesus
Well,
Christ.
exactly. Aye,
It's
fuck's
a
sake.
fine day. You'll be fine outside, plus elevation.
Bloody hell. I had to get both my big toenails pulled out for ingrowing toenails. And they gave you like a pain-killing injection in the toe. Or they gave you one each side of the toe. They're like, I should be fine. We'll just give you a jab. And
Then they put the big elastic band around it.
I've had ingrown toenails or nails in general. I've had an ingrown hair in my face, which, by the way, was fucking freaky because it'd been there for weeks, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? It's an annoying wee spot, and I'd try to pop it like a pluke, and I'm like, oh, it's not that. And eventually I'm like, oh, there's a wee hair on there. So I'm like pulling on it. I'm like, oh, there we go. Got it. And then I was like, whoop, and it must have came out a foot fucking, must have been about a foot long. I was like, whoop, and I could feel it pulling on my face. So my whole face is going like, I'm like, what the fuck? And then it just went, came out. And I was like,
The
oh,
Japanese flag, the British flag, the
aye,
fucking German flag.
fucking bunting.
Sooty and sweep.
Oh, what the yeah, horrid.
Holy fuck.
Speaking of optician, I don't know why. I don't know if I wasn't going to tell this because it's not really that funny, but it makes me giggle every
Do it.
time I hear it. My auntie had been an optician not that long ago. She actually got a mention on Radio 2 over it. She'd emailed the story in and they'd mentioned it in there. So there you go. She'd been in the optician, the guy in front of them making an appointment. His name was Ian. And the lassie turned around and goes, is that one eye or two? Which just tickles me. It's fucking stupid, isn't it?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Not even funny. Stop laughing.
Oh, no.
It's just stupid.
One eye or two. Oh, for fuck's sake.
It's not funny.
That is good.
Well, we've
It
hit.
annoys me because
Well.
it's not funny, and every time it cracks me up because I'm like, it's just fucking stupid.
It's just one of those stupid jokes.
Yeah, I love it.
Yous are dads now.
Oh, I know.
It's a typical dad joke.
Like one of my favourite jokes, it still cracks me up occasionally, but here it is. It was like,
Vasectomies.
well,
No,
there's
okay,
that
sorry.
about the koala that applied for a job as a doctor and got knocked back. And he said, well, why is that? Because I've got all the qualifications. See, it doesn't make you laugh, but for some reason it gets me. The qualifications.
Ah, yes.
Steve looks like he wants to stab you in the
I
throat.
know
now.
exactly.
Keena's dad's a bad name.
Fucking hell.
And I bet you nobody stands near you at the school to queue. They're all like, oh, fuck this.
They
kid.
don't
Wait, love
love
him.
enough,
He looks
right?
like he touches kids.
He's whoa, fucking
breaks
whoa!
Breaks their arms.
Yeah, he's got a big Mac.
I must break you. No shit.
If he
Fucking
dies,
kids.
he dies.
Why does he stand in a bush when he comes to pick up his kids?
And why is he holding his trousers in his hand?
See, is he counting his change?
What do you call an epileptic in a bush?
Oh,
Russell.
fuck off. I love how you just pulled out of fucking nowhere as well too. No! Jesus wept, man.
Steve, take that one home, mate.
That's free of charge, that's FOC. Holy fuck.
Pocket.
Oh, good God.
Do you remember at school? I probably shouldn't even mention this in 2022.
I like how he said this,
Do you-
but he said so
I know,
far.
right?
It's
Do you remember
great.
at school the in thing was like Ethiopian jokes?
Oh, would you call an
No!
Ethiopian?
Don't do it!
Would you call an Ethiopian a sleeping bug? 2 Ethiopians and a sleeping bug.
Don't know.
A Twix.
Oh,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
How'd you get 1,000 Ethiopians?
Stop
in
it!
a-
No,
how'd you get-
stop it! Stop it!
Hold on, I can bleep mood. Keep on.
How? There's no such thing as spamming an Ethiopian in it.
Perfect. Just keep that on.
I've got that handy. Gives
Fucking
me
Bob Geldof. You're fucking- How'd you get 1,000 Ethiopians in a box?
I don't know.
Throw a bean.
Okay.
How'd you get 1,000 Ethiopians?
Beautiful.
How'd you get 1,000 Ethiopians out of a phone box?
Don't know.
Run to know. That was a 2-part joke.
Oh, my sweet Jesus Christ.
Fuck you, son of
This
a
button's a
loose.
godsend. I'll tell you. Fucking hell. Holy shit.
Can't think of anywhere. Ooh, I feel like I've invigorated something.
Steve needs a minute. Look,
I
he's
don't,
not.
I don't know why that even popped in my head. It's just like the stupidity of fucking school ground jokes.
If it was the
fucking
school ground
ace.
Ethiopian when you were kids. I feel like I'm Jerry Springer.
Go Jerry.
Listen, this button is the sole reason why we can survive on Twitch. Because otherwise we're all for it. You know? Twitch bans everything. See if you try saying f***, then they completely... or that's when...
You can stick that right up the along with it. Exactly.
You can't say f***, you can't say f***, you can't say f***. No. Oh, man. Oh, fuck. Thank God for that button.
Oh, me.
It's the I'm sorry. That must be the most annoying sound for those of you who are watching or listening to the podcast.
It adds an air of mystery.
It does a little bit, yes.
So, Scott, what were
Wait, tell me.
the playground jokes when you were a kid?
Playground
I mean,
jokes.
because you're old enough, like the Dead Sea was reported sick while you were at school.
Fucking. You laugh like you fucking.
Nothing, sir.
History must have been called current affairs.
Oh, God. My.
Modern studies.
That's it.
Okay, brilliant.
How to build a papyrus raft? Papyrus raft. Papyrus. Apple. Papyrus.
Buttery biscuit base.
Oh, sweet Jesus, man. We've gone completely off the fucking rails here. I've got no idea exactly where the fuck we're going next.
Did you ever drown anyone for being a witch?
No.
How did you survive the Black Plague? Black Plague, coronavirus. Which was better?
I'd have thought you'd been better with your money after the last recession. After that last great recession.
Okay, arseholes!
What was Jesus like?
Oh, he was a wonderful man. Hated his though.
Was
That's
he
why they're
white?
starting.
Was he white?
Well,
I find it hard to believe.
I mean, according to every fucking document and Bible and manuscript out there, of course he was white. But
What
you
do you
know,
call a Russian prostitute?
oh god.
Slobber down my cocky bitch.
Right, okay. There we fucking go.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
topical.
Topical.
Not sure. Is that there's probably some cunt out there that'll be like, I'm not some rapist.
Oh, I know.
You know, we're talking about playground fucking jokes.
But
here.
see, this is the problem we have though now. Now that we're kind of going live on Twitch more regularly, is that Twitch are a bit more draconian when it comes to their the guidelines.
Well,
when
Twitch
it
have
comes
had
to-
fucking theories on it for fucking so long. It's about time the fucking we come on.
and step right up the game. Exactly.
Change the fucking world.
Exactly. Listen, if fucking Crunchy Baglan can jump on Twitch and get like several fucking viewers to watch him play, several viewers to watch him play Minecraft, we can get some surely for speaking shite. If fucking Chris Bastard Mac can go on,
I can't believe that.
have you
name was
seen
brought up
some
on
of
your
his
show.
shit that he's put online, man?
I believe you brought his name up.
Well, do you know why? Because I saw some of his recent shit where he's like, he's clearly trying to aim himself towards the gay community or
kids.
the LGBTQ plus community.
But he
Oh,
was
the
so.
LGHD
Hold
TV.
on. He was so fucking anti fucking the gay emails I used to send in, remember?
He was, yeah.
Totally hated the gay fucking. Hello,
Do you remember when he appeared in the
Do
show
you think it was
back in the
maybe
day?
like a cloak, like a beard? Like, oh, yeah, gays, they're all wrong. He's your coke.
Well, clearly what's happened is he's discovered that if you do this bullshit on Twitch where you dye your hair blonde and you wear rainbow flags in your face and you paint your nails pink and stuff and you have like
Suckable.
rainbows all over your fucking Twitch stream, that people will go, oh, look at him, he's an LGBTQ Alliance member. We'll follow him, you see, and you get more viewers. Otherwise, because back in the day, like Lurch said, when Lurch would send in secret mails to insult Chris Mack about, or give him the come on lines from a alleged gay person, he would get horribly offended by it. Clearly not a fan of the gay patter.
I don't see why not. It's quite flattering.
I know it's quite flattering, exactly, but
Like in my stereotyping mind, right? If a gay guy
Right.
compliments me, I'm gonna be like, holy shit, these guys are like the pinnacle of male fashion.
Exactly.
And they're taking a shine to me.
and they think I'm cool.
They
you
think
know?
this jeans and t-shirt combo I've been rocking for 30 years is working.
They think this
Beautiful.
double denim is fucking rocking it. Then fair play to them, you see. It's
There's also
exactly.
the flip side, like, hold on a minute, what's that gay guy going with me? I've got tits. It's like, dude,
That's it.
yeah, oh, there's a cat.
Oh.
Has Lurch transformed into a cat and just come back? Hello.
So Lurch is the chat room says Lurch is right. Episode 156. I'm not sure what happened in 156. Was that when Chris was horrified by the emails? Was it? I'm not too sure. But certainly, yeah. So now he's if you look, I'm not going to give his fucking username because fuck him. But he's on there now. He's like, oh, I'm a LGBTQ plus ally. I've got my flags. I've got my rainbows. I've got my dyed hair. My pink nails. I've got my eyeshadow on. Like fucking shut up, you
There's
absolute
anything wrong with
baller.
that.
No. Not in the
Damn
slightest.
fucking right
But
with
there's
either,
something
though,
wrong with
to
it.
be fair.
There's something wrong with it if you're using it purely to get views.
Aye.
When
Yep.
when clearly you've got history of saying fuck off to the gay stuff. It's like, oh, I don't know. I just
Oh, don't get me wrong.
Oh,
I'd say fuck off. I'm not keen on the gay stuff. I don't think I'd like the gay stuff.
okay.
It's not for me. It's not my cup of tea, and I think Tracy would probably be quite upset.
If you got involved with the gay stuff,
Exactly.
You could give it, but you couldn't take it.
Could you be
'cause
opposed to?
That's not fair. That's not
least.
fair either. I wouldn't want to be the kind of guy that's like, I mean, surely I'll fire it up your bumhole, but I'm not taking it. That's
just don't look back at me in the eye and say
just
anything.
rude, eh?
Don't
Just
don't
fucking-
speak to me. Don't
That
look at
just
me.
sounds like give, and no take.
Yeah,
Is that right? Yeah, that's no. Well, it is, but it's nay. Do you know what I mean?
Well, some people like that though. They like just taking and not giving. You see, just like just make me feel dirty and then walk away. Leave me in a muddy puddle in the bottom of Duthie Park and then away you go. That's it.
Right. Fit can I touch?
What can you touch? Oh God, well,
Whoa!
this took a dark turn.
No, I'm on about my shit. Fit's been covered in bollocks.
Oh
and
no, don't
nut
worry.
cracks.
No, we were too busy insulting Chris Mack, the fuck of he is.
Your cat came through. I tried to give it a wee pet, and it fucked off.
He's over here now, my best pal. Look,
Leave
here
me
we
the
go.
fuck alone.
Buford Tea Justice.
Buford Tea Justice.
Little fucking hooer.
Well, she's over here getting a bozzy, so clearly you stink. It must be your candy floss farts.
Probably. Cat's probably fucking Jesus.
What? Why would somebody need to go on Twitch and do shit like that though?
Oh,
Do it.
shit like that. You mean that cat's away, not still there?
Can we get this man Juan
It's,
Sheet?
do you know? No, see, because
Why are we not doing this?
I can understand people trying to gain an audience on Twitch, as are we. You know, we've gained an audience in the
I can
podcast
tell
version,
by
but
the RGB lighting on the laptop there that you're clearly trying to appeal to the
younger market,
youth.
The youth.
the fucking
LGBTQ
the
plus,
alphabets.
the alphabet people. Why are you holding your face, aren't you? That's what they.
Honestly, that melts my fucking brain.
The alphabet people.
When did like now?
It just looks like someone sat and countdown and going constant.
Listen, do I need to prep the button?
Prep the button. Like when did like being a woman become like a fucking dress?
Right.
Sorry,
I identify as a woman now. I'm gonna wear this dress.
I think it's like law now.
Fucking bullshit. Like it is like it. I think it like diminishes women for what they've tried to achieve in these past fucking 65 years or whatever. Since the fucking second feminist movement of the 60s, it kind of diminishes it now. Like you just kind of go, oh, it's getting political.
It's getting political,
Yeah,
isn't
I know.
it? Getting
I
deep
just think
here.
it's like, I identify as that. It's not a dress that you can just fucking put on.
I think one of the problems that was kind of raised, and I think Nicola Sturgeon kind of raised this quite well recently, was with people's concerns about people identifying as women who are men, or formerly were men who now present as women. You see, what's fine is that there has been no cases of men present as women who then go on to attack women, say in private spaces or women's locker rooms or blah blah. Alleged no cases, but also now that it's a lot of work because you have to go through a lot of steps to identify as a woman or to change your gender assignment exactly to female. Is that it's and you take a legal step to do this as well too? Is that why would you go through all these legal steps purely to attack women in locker rooms, if you will? It's kind of convoluted, but yeah, it's that kind of like the argument being is that gender and sex are different things. Like your sex is obviously you're assigned an X or Y chromosome, but you identify as in your head you are whatever gender you may choose to be.
What I can't get my head around is why so many people care. Like
that's kind of it a little bit.
I think it's because it's being thrown down your throat and your words are being constricted.
Policed.
Like you must say this word or else. Like it's never in the history of life that has never happened unless it was like the tobacco industry.
Yeah.
They were told like their words had to be certain.
Yeah.
That was the only time.
The only thing that's ever really brought up concern to me is if I ever ended up single, it would change the questions on a first date. Right, love, on a lovely night. I do have to ask though, do you have a penis?
But was the joke two mannies, a manny and a lassie in the back of the car, and they're like fucking necking each other and all that, and then she starts kissing his chest and his neck, and then she starts sucking his bobby, and he's fucking feeling about, and he feels a big cock, and then he says there, when you're finished dinner, we need to have a conversation.
I mean,
I know a man has been there, not me, but a guy I used to work with. But the
at
thing,
that point is you might as well.
well, you're that deep, you're that far into already. You see.
On that note, I'm
We still finish off.
sorry for. I know I do this all the time. A fucking sidetrack, but I seen a thing on Twitter the other day, and it was about how if you were getting $100 per load, how many men would you let ejaculate on you? And a lot of it was, "Ooh, God." And then the one guy that came up with a really sensible answer was like, once you've had one, it doesn't really matter how many more after that because you're then just essentially got spunk on you. He's like, you might as well go for the cool mill.
Go for
I was like, guy makes sense actually because then you don't have to do it again either.
wouldn't you drown after a while? I don't know.
I don't know. I'd probably just put on a snorkel.
Oh, good point.
Like Bill Murray in Ghostbusters.
Oh, Jesus. I mean, surely you can wash as you go. You know, you would think. Like have a hose nearby. You can just rinse it off
Some
after
of the videos
every.
I've seen, the guys piss it off.
Do they? Oh fuck! What kind of videos are you watching, Steve?
Sometimes
Jesus Christ.
you fall asleep on the new videos page and it just keeps rolling through and you wake up and you go, what the fuck?
That's it. Suddenly your Pornhub browsing history is fucking massive.
And then you get a second wind and it's like, right, here we go again.
I know, I'm like fully disgusted with myself and I'm finished and I can still hear the market noises. Kind of like when your phone's lying next to you, you're like, oh god.
I never have the volume on.
Oh, do they?
No.
I find it as like two different beasts. If you get the volume off, you've got to find the right shit. If you get the volume on, it's not too bad.
Don't really need much. I don't like a wee bit of visual, a bit of boob. I'm like, right, here we go. I get going, and then the rest, it's just like,
And there's always the minefield, of course. Like if you're a part of like a WhatsApp group of like generally men, of course, as well too. You'll send filth, or you'll get sent filth to you. But of course, it gets sent through,
I'm
and
not
you
a
only
part of any of those groups.
and you only get like in a blurry screenshot. Like, oh, what's this? And you'll press play, and then you're sitting in the room with the kids watching Buff and Tumble Apple, and then you've got this
Look at the shoes your
Look
son
at
has
the
on his
shoes.
legs.
Look at the shoes, your son. In fact, our voice is over here, isn't it? I think it is. Look, here you go, Lurgy. Go for it.
Look at the shoes your son.
No, wrong one.
Look at the shoes your son has on his leg.
That's like, oh, put that sound effect on again.
Okay, wait.
That's a predator. Turn around.
Oh, you ruined it.
I've got no idea what I was saying there before we went on the voice clip thing. But shit, what was I saying about?
I can't even remember.
I don't even know.
Derailed it there.
That's
sorry.
that's my fucking ridiculous ADHD brain there going off the track entirely. Shit.
Those voice effects are good fun. We should play with them for a bit.
They are wonderful. We did last week and it was fucking hilarious.
I have one thing to say about the sort of the gender thing.
Yes.
Then we can go into something
Right,
totally
okay.
different.
No, I've got one thing as well to say. Is go back to your trans thing.
I'm not trying to be a cunt here.
No.
This is just like when we're speaking, whenever people speak to you, you try and figure out like fit is the mental.
What's their gender?
Fit is the agenda.
What's your pronoun?
How do I address them?
So like I've thought like now when you look at it, the arguments and that kind of stuff, I understand arguments. I understand people can feel. I'm a boy instead of a girl.
Yeah.
Maybe using the wrong fucking words there. I don't know. But I can understand that. But at the same time, I also think now that we've gotten to a point where mental health is being spoken about so much that you're not allowed to tell somebody they're being a fucking idiot. Like, if I was to tell you, right, I'm not fucking change my name to fucking Lurch Monster by Depot, I'm going to fucking tattoo my face green.
Yeah.
We'd be like, do it.
Aye.
Well, we would.
There must be a
Supportive
point,
friends.
there must be a point where you go, fucking wise up, or are you all right? Do you need to talk to somebody? Because, yeah, I can. Like, you look at certain things, you realize, like, the psychology of certain people's things are done for attention, because they're fucked up in the head, because they can't talk about stuff. There's a lot of other things as well. I sometimes think with a little bit of this, not the entire spectrum.
No, of course, yeah, of
that
course.
Sometimes you need to say to somebody, wise the fuck up.
Oh no, there's definitely cases of that too, where you got to say like, come in,
Like
what's
that
going on
fucking
here?
Egypt with the fucking foxtail. You're like,
The foxtail,
what is wrong with you? Do you want to talk?
right?
That's a problem.
yes.
But it's just like, oh, you be on it and you want to be. I think that's the whole Disney fucking problem with life. Like,
okay.
you look at
folk marrying train stations. That's a fucking mad one. That I seen that not that long ago on YouTube. Some woman married
Marrying
a
a train station.
Train-
Holy
not just the train, not the train driver, not like the station itself.
I
The-
saw
the-
one
the
with a
video
woman
clip
who
had her,
married
like,
a fucking pavement.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like if you look at the
as you do.
As you do.
history of mental health in the past 100 years, World War II. They never spoke about what happened. They were looked at as the great men that did things to protect us. Okay? But they never spoke about the trauma that they fucking went through. Their kids, my dad, his generation, fucking mental. Slowly
yes.
starting to learn about mental health, slowly getting into it, but then it was still never fully discussed until the 80s and that kind of stuff. Because remember, up until 20 years ago, cure for depression in a lot of places was a frontal lobotomy.
Oh, aye.
So now, my generation, you're kind of speaking about it, it's meant to be okay, but at the same time, it's like, it's looked upon as a fucking label if you've got depression.
Oh,
And
aye.
I was guilty of that when I fucking was diagnosed as depressed. It's a label.
Have you tried not being depressed?
Yes.
Aye.
It's
I'm glad that worked for you.
it's like one of those though. You look at it and you're like, oh, I'm depressed. Oh, I've got this. All right, okay.
Ah.
But it's why? Work on it. Change your fucking attitude. Change your fucking reasoning.
Change your behaviours.
What's going on? Because it's you that's the fucking common denominator and the fucking misery in your life sometimes.
But
Changing
then,
that things-
what about the argument then about certain deficiencies or certain problems being chemical related?
Well, I think the food as well. Because, like, I learned, again, with the depression stuff with me,
Yeah.
I was trying to learn lately, like, why the fuck am I so up and down? And then I started looking at nutrition. And I looked into Japan and the southern part of Italy, kind of Sicily. It's a very oil-based diet,
Yes.
omegas, which is good for your head.
Yeah.
And then I started looking into what the chemical balance in your brain works with. So omegas, and then supplementing what you're not eating.
Aye.
So like I didn't eat enough iron, even though I eat meat, I didn't eat enough liver because I sell it. So learning that, I've started taking liver supplements, and I find that my cognitive thinking is a lot better. So then vitamin D as well.
Yes, I do that as well.
It helps lift your mood too.
Vitamin D's on my list of things I'm sensitive to.
Oh, really?
Sensitive to vitamin D.
So,
Jesus.
so I don't know how the fuck that works. That's like, is that like sunlight?
You would think so. Yeah, well.
Get in the sun. Must be the ginger genes.
Pearl from Blade when he goes inside.
Exactly.
Speaking of mental health and nutrition, I'm gonna go eat my feelings with a bit more biscuits.
Do it. Do it.
It's calling me. 2 seconds.
You do that, and we'll have a chat about mental health. Yes, but
I went into such like a rabbit hole trying to figure out, like, well, I'm fucking sick of this on-off depressants.
Yeah.
And it's like I learned afterwards as well that certain things happen in my life for a reason, and then you learn from that. Because, like, I never knew that I had abandonment issues until that whole fucking Edinburgh fucking thing.
yes.
And, ooh.
Sorry. I always wait till very kind of deep parts before I shit my pants. Yeah,
He relaxes very well.
I
doesn't
do
he?
relax very well.
But that was like one thing that I realized. So it was again like you have to go on a fucking journey yourself to learn stuff. But then people won't.
Yeah,
They figure like I have this label. That is it.
that is all. That defines who I am, and I'm going to fall in this pit even deeper so if need be as well too.
No,
Where
fucking no. You are a fucking. You're a work in progress. You're an evolving story. Fucking working yourself.
see, it's funny you should say that because I've been doing a lot of research into ADHD, adult ADHD as well, and because it started off with like seeing a few things here and there that resonated quite heavily with me. Things like ADHD paralysis, things like
so
hyper focus, things like
The paralysis is
the paralysis is a huge thing for me.
like you can be sitting there, somebody will be explaining something to you very deeply, and you're listening to Ma Baker in your head by fucking Boney.
Oh,
M
yeah, yeah.
all the way through. It's,
Or if you're given choices or multiple choices in a busy situation, you can have paralyzed because you haven't kind of pre-thought what your plan is, and everything goes to shit. Like even if we're shopping and we're going around, and Rubes goes, "Here, look at this beef. You like beef? Do you want this beef? Well, we get this beef. How do we get this beef?" And I'm like, "Oh, for fuck!" I'm a brain freeze. I'm like, I can't focus on what I'm doing. And there's been a lot of other things as well too that kind of resonated with me too. Like, well, again, like hyper focus, where you hyper focus on a topic or a thing, and you do it solely, and then suddenly it's gone. Forget things aren't in your mind frame are dead. You know that cupboard door over there left open. It's open for the whole day, but it's
Genuinely
dead to me
thought
because I
that's
haven't looked
just
at it.
Being an adult, I thought that's how life is.
I think
In some respects.
I think very small parts so it is, but at the same time, I think we're blueprints as a person. Your blueprint is your parents.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Like I struggle with relationships because of my mum and dad. They've both got like a really fucked up way of having them. Also, because when I was a kid, I was told get a trade, get a job.
Yeah.
I've done that. I don't give it the fuck to do now.
Aye.
And so I'm here to learn that. But your blueprint is very much, these two people are very influential in you.
Oh, aye.
But then if you look at like these people that are fucking their kids up.
Yes,
royally,
aye.
royally fucking their kids up because like I noticed in the shop, like I've been there for like a generation now. I notice a difference from the parents that were taking certain kids in, and these kids have now got kids. The kids that have got kids, wise the fuck up. It's like there's no attachment there. It's like they're just part of a puzzle.
Yes, exactly. Aye.
Get a dog, get a house, get a mortgage, get fucking 2 kids.
And they fall in the trap of, like you said, the kids are misbehaving because they're not getting any focus or attention. The parents are glued to their phones. They're sitting just what TV or phones or
These
social
kids-
networks.
These kids are frustrated.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that leads to a lot of the bad behaviour as well too. And again, this is taking a very serious role, but I'm happy with it. Is that like with my two? I try my best to make sure there's plenty of hands-on play and wrestling and messing and mucking around and hide and seek and storybooks and telling things and just basically lots of hugs and affection and stuff, so they know that they're aware
A kid
or they're
is a
being
sponge,
noticed.
Yeah, a kid is
Exactly,
a sponge,
yeah.
and they're on a different vibration. From what I've read, they're learning a different world, and their world is chaos.
Oh yes, aye.
They've got to learn what is like, and you are the tyrannical people in their life.
Oh yes, aye.
Because you are the tyrant because you tell them what is right and wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But there is a balance. I think there is a fine balance. But then you didn't can until you fucked them up.
Exactly. Yes.
It's like
but
you
then,
said, you're only as happy as a parent as your miserable as child.
But then, I mean, I also have issues with people who say that they will act upon their children the way they were acted upon by their parents. Some people will do, But also, I feel that, well, for me, certainly, the way that I was treated as a kid is probably more of a lesson that which steers me to avoid that behaviour. That I try and make sure that my kids don't get the same treatment that I got. And I at times maybe overextend, but I try and make sure they get plenty of focus and they try and get plenty of like carry on and affection and love and stuff. And
I've been in that
you know,
kind of conundrum because like I've always wanted a kid.
Yeah.
And I've always been in that sort of mindset of how, like, do you want to raise them the way you were? But then I realized that I'm a specific type of person now.
Yeah.
And I realized the good, the bad and the good.
Yeah.
And it's like, how do you take a little bit of that and then a little bit of the unknown and make it?
Because that's it. No
ideal.
parent's got it down pegged. No parent can stand there and say, I'm doing exactly the right things. You know,
No.
I've made plenty of mistakes.
No,
you know,
your
Ruben's
kid-
made
your kid
mistakes.
could be a
Steve's
fucking
made
serial
mistakes.
killer.
I know exactly.
Your kid could be a fucking serial killer in a minute.
Oh
You just
God!
don't know.
For all we know, exactly. Aye. I know one's a fucking berserker, but at least you know they'll hopefully rise up with good morals if need be. But
Can I just say, it's a shite, isn't it funny, yeah?
no, I know.
It'll be a comedy show.
Well, it mostly is. It mostly is.
You can see the numbers dropping.
No, right.
You've got to appeal to the all cunts now.
Oh, I know. I know.
Scott.
Well, I've
We're
got.
going to do bingo soon, Scott. Are you wanting a game?
Let me dig at my lovely blouse.
I had two questions to ask. One was like about this, and then one was like a totally different topic.
Oh,
What was the moment for you realized, like, oh fuck, I have to change? Did you ever feel that you had to change when you become a father? Like certain things in your life had to stop.
Oh, of
become
course,
different?
yeah, of course. I mean, well, look at our old life.
God,
you know, I
there's
mean,
so much. It's like, but it wasn't like it was it's not like it was an epiphany. Not like I went, oh my God, this all needs to change. It was just right. I'm gonna be a dad now. I need to fucking. So there was a slow progress. You get 9 months to kind of prepare, which by the way isn't long enough. And then you have this child, and you're like, fuck. But I'm very much like, my priorities for my family are I need to go out, earn money, pay the bills, and then I worry about the rest.
Okay.
So there's always that, get to work, get the coin. That's like, and I got that from my dad. And that's one thing that I'll probably try and instill in Felicity, that's like, right, just fucking make sure you've got none of those stresses on you, because they're easy ones to get out the way, you know?
Then what would be, if that's the thing your dad influencing you, what's the thing that is influencing from you?
How do you mean
with
from
with,
me?
with you being a person? Like if
Or what would I pass on to Felicity?
like if that's the thing that is passed on from your dad to you,
Yeah.
what is the thing that will pass on from?
I would like to think she'll not take life remotely seriously, like me.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is the point? What is the point in being uptight? So, like, why? Why? You know, that some folk get fucking really stressed about trivial things in life. You know, like, oh, the fucking, oh my God, I've got this to worry about, that, about washing machines not working, blah, blah, blah. And I'm always just like, I'll be all right.
Yeah, we'll wash it in the bath. It'll
Be fine now.
Ah, exactly. Yeah,
We'll be okay. You know, there's certain things in life I think, yeah, maybe do need a bit more care and attention. I don't want to trivialize people that do have proper issues to worry about. I've got a really good life and I'm really sweet. I don't have to need to worry about my mortgage or my bills being paid. I've got myself to a place where that's not an issue.
Mm-hmm.
And I realise that does affect some people. So I don't want to be like completely like writing that off, being like, oh, well, what's wrong with you that you kind of do that? Because I understand that there are people falling in positions where you're fucked. I've been there. And I've managed to climb back out.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So it's not like I'm dismissing it completely, but I just think once you get that in order, you don't need to take shit seriously. You don't need to be uptight. What's the point? Why stress yourself out? Why get fucking... Why
make yourself unwell?
Yeah, just you know what? If
There's
it's
certain things you can control. There's a lot of things you can't.
yeah, acceptance is a big... So like, oh God, here we go again. When I got divorced. So it's when I split with the ex-wife,
I know. I need
So,
that
like,
soundboard back.
You know, I got a little bit of therapy then, and one of the things that was like drummed into me was like there are just certain things that you can do fuck all about,
Yeah.
and you have to like the only way you get through it is just accepting it. So there's a big part of me now is just like you need to learn to just fucking. Sometimes life throws shit at you. You've just got to wash it off and get on with it.
Wash over exactly. Yeah.
It's the choice of a matter coming towards you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Left or right.
Mm-hmm.
Pissed off, no pissed off.
And also the opinions of others. That's one thing I would like to like. Don't give a fuck about. That.
Oh, now I mean, you can never say that you never fully disregard that, but certainly to the point where I am now from my younger days. I was totally concerned about what people thought of me.
I don't mean like I don't give a fuck if people see me masturbating in the playground. You know what I mean?
Well,
It's not to that degree.
As long as the cops don't, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Well, no, but it's more like Felicity. I'll see her and pick her up from school. I'm
Yeah.
like, hey, chum. And we'll be like 40 yards apart. And I'll wave at her, and then I'll start doing the floss at her.
Nice.
And she'll do it back. And it's like, all these other parents are like, the fuck's this clown doing? But I'm just like,
I don't
you
care,
know what?
exactly, yeah.
She loves it. Fuck you.
Exactly,
Yeah, so-
exactly.
Yeah.
No, it's. I think certainly as you get older, or certainly for me in a way, it's like a case of. In my younger days, certainly my times when I was bouncing still as well, strangely, was one of the main ones where you do worry about what people think of you. You know, what I worried about, how your behaviors were kind of perceived, or if people liked you. You know, it was one of your things too. Because again, one of my things with my mental health, as you could say, was this constant belief that everyone hated me. You know, you'll maybe appreciate this, Lurchy. It's like, I don't know if it's a ADHD related thing or not it is, but you have this constant belief that everyone you meet or everyone you know, even your friends, think the worst of you, and you fall in a spiral of like, fuck me, and you try and overwork to try and get back on their good sides or whatever bullshit you try and do. And then it's not until you get older you realize, actually, I don't give a fuck now. It's like, as long as my kids are happy, as long as my wife's happy, as long as my family's happy, then fuck it. Like you said, you'll be at the school gates doing the floss. You'll be doing, if I have to rock up when Ruby's at school, if I have to rock up in a tutu, I'll walk up in a fucking tutu if need be. It's not.
It's the assessment of your life. You've got to assess what is priority, what is not.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think a lot of people don't do that. It's just like, as you said, what do people think of me?
Yeah.
As opposed to, how do you think of you?
Because you would have had that when you started the shop, surely, as well. Because that was a big venture you took on board. You had people even close to you as well who were like, you'll fail. That'll be done within fucking 6 months. You'll be.
Mine's is weird. Like,
Erst for tit, it's.
mine's is completely different. Like mine's is, I have got obsessive compulsive traits.
Mm-hmm.
So if I get into something, I will do it to the fucking death.
Okay.
I got into cigar smoking. I bought a humidor. I spent £1,000 on cigars.
Jesus.
I got cutters. I got proper lighters. I learned about matches. I learned about everything.
I can relate to that. I'm really into masturbating.
Yeah.
To the fucking bitter end.
He nearly represented Scotland at one point as well. Too. I was so proud of him.
Fucking
So
raw.
proud.
Sorry, I felt like this is a bit. I thought I'd break up a bit there.
no, it's
Carry on.
appreciated.
Sorry, I'm not trying to take away from what
No.
you're saying. I just want people to not tune out.
He's good at it. He's good at it.
My
I've seen him at it before.
Masturbating.
Aye. Oh man.
There's a guy that
It's the grip you've got as well too.
must
It's
have
like
seen me coming.
it must be painful.
I never had that when I opened the shop. Like there was a lot of like negativity. There was a hell of a lot of negativity, but I never let it bother me. But then it was subconscious because when I reached 5 years, it's like, now what? And then when I got to 10 years, I'm like, what the actual fuck am I doing? What do I really want to do? And then I got to that point now where I'm kind of like, I reckon if I really want to do this, because I did it to prove a point.
Yes, aye.
But I never realized at the time. Like I fucking ruined relationships. I ruined everything. I just focused solely on working.
On improve, exactly.
Solely on being in that shop. My life was that shop, and it did fuck up a lot of the personal life. Like I've never been able to have a personal life out with work because it was always when you're a kid, get a trade.
Yeah, okay.
Get a job, get a trade. Constantly thrown doing you. I did. Okay, fit next.
I'd like you to be a film director.
I would love to be a film director.
I wrote stuff throughout. I think I can actually see you being like really good at making films.
I think as well
and
too,
I'm not
yeah.
leading up to some smutty joke here about pornos. I literally mean I think it'd be cool to see you
I
make
think
a
he's
film.
got the right brain for it, but certainly, aye.
That was my... So, two things.
Right.
I really wanted to do that. I wrote a sequel to Pulp Fiction.
Okay.
And how you hid the Vega brothers.
Marvin's naded.
No, well...
Marvin's just brain damaged.
That's it.
Drooling vegetable in one of those seats with it when he blows it in the straw.
Apple.
Fucking zooming down the street.
You had the Vega brothers from the Reservoir Dogs on
Right.
Pulp Fiction. So they're two brothers. Fucking... what's his
Yeah,
name?
yeah.
The two of them are brothers. I
Yes.
wrote a fucking little bit about that and shit
Bits
like
of
that.
Vegas.
Yes. So I thought about... I really wanted to do film directing for some reason. And then... What was it, 2018? I tried to go to university to do film studies.
Okay.
But you could only get in if you had a certain amount of degrees from secondary school and college. So you need like certain levels and that. Like, well, if I just write like a little thesis. So I wrote a thesis about why the bad guy in Platoon is actually the good guy. And the boy wrote my letter back saying, if it was a detailed fucking thing about how Barnes
Have you still
was...
got it?
I think I've got it on the
I'd
hard
like
drive.
to read
It's
that.
just
I
a
would like to read that as
detailed-
well, yeah.
Detailed thing. It was kind of to do with, like, you know how Lieutenant Diane says every one of his, every generation died in a war. It was kind of that kind of thought process. But then if you look at him while he's in the pit, where they're going, we should just frag Barnes. And he's sat there going, death? He's all know about death. And he comes in and starts speaking to him, telling him, if the machine breaks down, we break down. And then he turns, and then he is death. Because he's got a fucked up face. And
Yes.
ooh. So I started writing this Hale thesis is to that. And the guy said, if you want to come to this course, you can't come on this year, but you can come on next year. Because of this fucking thesis that I wrote.
Fuck's
I will,
sake.
I will look past that. Because
Yeah.
I had to go through 3 different fucking, like, PhD fucking manis at the university.
Oh, right, okay.
And then COVID kicked off.
Oh,
So, like,
shit,
cunt.
man.
I hope we've kept in touch.
Have you thought about pursuing this at all?
No, well, I would like to, but then what the fuck do you do with, like, a film fucking breaking down the psychology of films?
Fucking
Well-
make films, dude.
Well, look at this again.
I repay
Sorry,
out,
folks,
I
for us
better
being
watch
so.
it.
Well, there's a point though. I mean, you look at, for example, I watched Clerks 3 there just the other night,
I haven't watched it
and
yet.
it's not amazing. But
This
it's
is what
not
I was
terrible.
wanting to get into. I've
Yeah.
got questions. I need to ask
But
you
if you
about
look at Kevin Smith when he made Clerks, you know, he basically he raised the money himself. He made the film himself. They shot it in black and white because the colors in the stores all kind of muted and stuff and fucks up your videography. He basically took this film that he made himself to Sundance, went boom, I've made this. And I think on that day he had an offer saying, yeah, we'll have that shit, we'll have it. And boom, there he went. You see,
You
you know, it's,
noticed with these Sundance films from first film directors, it's all in one location.
generally, yeah.
Like, if you even notice, like, proper TV series, like, the ones that are based in a single location are the best. Like, Victor Meldrew, when he's in the car in the traffic jam.
Yes.
That is a fucking ace episode. Men behave mildly when they're stuck in the lift.
Well,
Still
look at
game as well.
Peter Kay's Car Share.
In a
brilliant
one
show.
thing. It makes
in a
it
car.
cheap. It makes it cheap. You're losing on him because even like
Yeah.
Reservoir Dogs is in that
Warehouse.
Yeah.
It's fucking beautiful.
And then the Clerks is in a shop,
Exactly, yeah.
based in one place. I wrote the thing
Platoon, Vietnam.
for aye, based
One
in one
place.
place. Aye, the fucking jungle is one fucking place. I'm totally.
How many
I'm
locations
just-
can you have in trees?
I'm sorry. You know what? Every time I fucking think I'm being funny, as I'm saying it, I'm going, you're sounding like a right
No,
dick.
no, not at all. Not at all.
The new Batman.
Yes.
That's fucking ace.
I thought it was fucking amazing.
Really
it was
enjoyed
like a
it.
Throwback to an early 90s fucking
Yes.
thriller. Like
Really
Morgan
enjoyed it.
Freeman. I'm going, oh,
It was
that's
very
okay.
Seven-like in parts and that kind of darker, kind of like detective, focus on the detective part of it as well too. I like that. And it was, I mean, obviously, I'm a big Dark Knight fan.
The
Always have been.
Batmobile was fucking cool.
was
Oh, I
cool as
love
well,
that
too.
the little false start. Just to let him get a while bit.
The only part that irked me in the film was when you see Bruce Wayne just rock into the house in a t-shirt, like a loose-fitting t-shirt, and he just looks like an angsty, scrawny fucking teenage kid, and you're like, you're not the Batman.
like
You know?
fucking like
That
Harry
was maybe
Enfield
my
and
only,
Kevin
yeah,
Perry.
exactly.
Oh,
I fucking hate this. It was maybe my only kind of gripe, but
But
otherwise,
then he is.
I'm
'cause it's-
expecting Robin to come in. Can I have a jam sandwich, Mrs. Benson?
If you see, have you seen the animated Batman Year One
yes,
with Bryan Cranston?
I have. Yes,
Like when I realized that this is Year Two, I'm like, oh wow, I fucking get it. But that shit. now.
aye.
I thought it was better because it is focused on Batman for a change.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's normally like fucking Bruce Wayne. Oh, woe's me, my fucking parents.
Yeah,
See
exactly.
if I see one more fucking origin fucking superhero film, I'm gonna fucking puke blood.
I know exactly.
Have you seen the superhero Pets movie?
No.
Oh, it's fucking gold because the Batman references absolutely rip the arse out of
Do
the fact that he's
they?
like, I was a few comments who was like, oh, I miss my parents, and then it's like, it pure rips the piss.
I'm gonna watch out the kids.
Keanu
Fuck it.
Reeves is Batman in it.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's
I'm
fucking
definitely
ace.
gonna watch it now. Fucking hell.
I went to the cinema with Felicity to see it. It's fucking great. It's a great film.
I struggle to get into the Spider-Man films just because you had the Tobey Maguires, which was an origin. Then you had the fucking Andrew Garfields, which was an origin. And I'm like,
Tom
I'm
Holland's isn't an origin though.
Tom Holland's.
I know, but I was kind of like, this is gonna be a fucking
But
another
they
origin.
fucking tackled that beautifully.
They did.
have. They've just fucking. Honestly, have you watched the MCU? You must have watched the MCU because you're a big film buff.
I've seen them all, since you had a fucking go at me at night. Like, why the fuck if you didn't watch them? I'm like, okay, I better watch them.
So for them to pull a fucking overall story arc over 32 movies is just fucking genius in my mind. It really is beautiful. But
I mean,
there's probably about half of them you could not watch and still get the same story.
I would say since the end of Endgame, a lot of the content so far has been pretty subpar at best. A lot of the Phase 4 stuff I've not been kind of into, but certainly up to Endgame was
The
bang
third
on.
one, and every fucking one of them, the third one, they lose their fucking magical thing. Anything goes wrong, and somebody important dies.
But that again is all about story structure though. Because
Iron Man 3, he loses his suits.
Yes.
Fucking Spider-Man 3, fucking May dies.
Hold on a minute. Every fucking Iron Man movie, he gives it up. I'm not doing it anymore. Next movie, oh well, actually, I've built
Iron
over
Man
50 suits.
That was the first one I watched. Iron Man. I watched it on like I downloaded it and burnt it on a Blu-ray.
Nice.
And I fucking sat and watched it on a little shitty fucking CRTV. That's a
shit.
But I preferred X-Men was my thing.
Uh-huh.
I cannot see green cheese for fucking X-Men. From Iron Man, I was okay, and then it was like every fucking one of them. I'm like, I'll just stick with Wolverine.
Caitlyn Jenner. It's an X-Man.
That's an oh, nice. Okay, well played. Fucking.
I went into the pictures to see. I went into the pictures to see the first X-Men, and then I went into the pictures to see Logan.
Logan was great.
I was sitting in the pictures and I'm like, oh, but every fucking bloke that was there were like, and they're crying, and I'm sitting there going,
I shit, you know, in Endgame, I got as excited at the start of it. I got just like overwhelmed with excitement, and my eyes started like welling up, and I was like, the fuck? And Tracy's like, are you crying? Are you fucking crying? I'm like, no. And she's like, you didn't even cry at the birth of our daughter. I was like, no, I'm not crying. But then, see, like, so there was 3 moments in that film where I was nearly fucking pissed my pants. The start where it just opened up and I was like, holy fuck, I got very excited. Then when Kat picks up the hammer,
yes,
I near jumped in this. I could feel myself. I had to like grasp the seat and just hold on because I was away to just get up and go, yes! Like, mega excitement. And then I nearly burst into tears when Tony died. I was just I was like, no, because like that's like he was the OG. I was like,
but that was your thing, wasn't that? Because I remember at the time you were deeply invested in that film as well, too. Yeah,
fucking loved the first Iron Man movie. It was like when it was the only one you had that, and Hulk was the only thing you needed to watch, and it was like, you know, okay,
yeah.
Which one will I watch? Iron Man, because Hulk shit.
Eric Bana, Ed Norton, or the new guy?
Ed Norton.
I thought he was alright, and I kind of like Tim Roth as the fucking.
Tim Roth's fucking ace. Have you watched She-Hulk yet?
No, I'm struggling to get back into like this extra shit. It's like it's so fucking overwhelming.
A lot of it's okay, but I wouldn't go out my way to watch
She-Hulk,
it. Like.
I would recommend to watch because the comedy in it's gold. It doesn't take itself seriously, and it's got some great fucking kickbacks to other characters, like just a wee kind of nod to them. Good storytelling.
I'm kind of more into DC. I find myself being than Marvel. Like
I like them both. I think I've definitely been more Marvel over the years, but I find I'll just fucking right place. Anyone else?
I like the darker stuff of DC, but then that Justice League. I watched that on my birthday last year.
It's surreal.
I really like.
Which version did you watch though? Did you watch
Snyder
the
cut?
Oh,
I watched the
shit,
Snyder cut.
okay.
I didn't watch the original. And
That's the one I liked.
So if you've seen the original, the Snyder cut is a million times better.
I kind of got that. Like, it just kind of reminded me a lot of because I'd kind of watched the Avengers 2.
Okay.
If it was an Endgame and Infinity War or something,
Yeah,
there was a 2 parts.
Yeah.
I watched them, and then I watched this one. I'm like, oh, it's a little bit of the same. His fucking Thanos-y type cunt with a, but apparently he's totally different in both cuts. If he looks like,
Yes,
He's got different. He's got the. I think in the Snyder cut, he's got the proper comic armor on. Isn't he?
He's more.
oh, he's got like this big fucking horny head now, and I'm like, oh, I can't get into. Just show me Batman. Fuck Superman. I can Superman is like an American fucking staple. It is like Americana. Superman is Americana, but I'm like,
Can we go back to discussing about you perhaps
Making
a movie or working on some kind of movie idea? Because again, referring back to like the Clerks, referring back to Car Share, referring back to that one shot scenario, the film Phone Booth, which takes place essentially.
I thought it was amazing, that film.
Well done. He's in a phone booth the whole fucking movie. You know?
No.
I actually. I passed it in a piss. I was watching that film, lying on the settee through there, and Kim from like you go for lying down to suddenly standing up.
Yes.
Because it's like pause the video and I run up the stairs to have piss, and then all of a sudden I'm lying on the fucking floor pissing all over myself.
Oh no!
I passed it. I was passing it quite a lot back then.
That's a head wash and a half. Fucking hell. But yeah, I mean, even like, well, for example, you know, you look at kind of local filmmakers. Remember there was that one film that was made locally. It was Was it 1 day deliveries? Remember the one?
Patrice, yes.
Yeah, sorry.
that's
So,
on my server.
but again, it was made low budget. It was made, just fucking
I had,
cheap
like,
enough.
Can I
But
tell you like 2 ideas that I've written that I had fully finished, or I've like had ideas. One was for RoboCop being decommissioned.
right.
He was going
I
to
work with a guy with such a big forehead, he'd be a perfect fit for that fucking.
perfect Marv.
Aye.
I had an idea for like RoboCop.
Nice
being,
shooting, son. What's your name? Johnny Davidson. Sorry, it's the best Vine ever made, and I've never
It's
been able to find
wonderful,
it.
yeah.
I've never been able to find it online, and it makes me
Johnny
sad.
Davidson.
I had holy shit. I had a couple of I'm stuck. I am my own undoing.
That's your own fault. You bought short cables, pal. Fuck you.
So
You're stuck where you
I
are.
had a RoboCop idea where he was going to be decommissioned.
Okay.
Amazing.
And I started writing like he wanted to solve this final murder, and then it kind of spewed into the Terminator franchise.
So when you say decommissioned, does he like
He's too
stripped of his?
expensive. He's too expensive to keep going.
But he's still whole as a unit, or is he just
He's
stripped
about
of his?
25-year-old now, and he's too expensive to keep going because they've constantly got to keep repairing him.
Because the cost of baby food.
Well, I like, and I had like all these like fucking, because kind of like the first one, it's kind of like it's almost Jesus.
Okay.
If you look at it differently, he is Jesus. He gets fucking destroyed, and then he's resurrected, and then he fucking
Finds himself.
And then kills a giant robot.
Yeah, well, the second year, I remember watching the second one in little installments on video when my mum would put my sister to bed.
Magic.
It was RoboCop 2 written. My dad used to like write them out and then put sellotape in the spines of the videos
Nice.
and then snap the thing off. So I used to like
you
put
can
it in.
record over it.
I used to put it in and watch it, and like I always watched like little snippy bits. And I thought the decommissioning of RoboCop because he's too expensive, but then he ends up being Skynet.
Oh, right. Okay.
It was kind of okay. And then I had an idea for Terminator 2 after playing Terminator the game, the new one, Resistance. Fucking ace. If you never played it, play it.
There's a comic book series that's beating you the punch there.
Yes,
There's-
I know, because I used to play the fuck out of RoboCop versus Terminator.
Right.
Great
Okay.
game
Yes.
in the Mega Drive.
Okay.
I hid that game and it was ace, so it was like kind of taking bits from that. but
Ah,
then How the
okay.
fuck he's been decommissioned? But then
Right,
there was
okay,
a lot of
got
like
it.
Jesus-y stuff as well.
Yeah.
But then I had an idea for a Terminator film. So Terminator 1 is a slasher film.
This is not like staying small scale.
No,
you know,
no,
like we
no,
said
I
about
know, I
doing
know,
that kind
I
of like
know.
smaller kind of one shot or one.
But then condensing it into one thing, I thought Terminator would work. Right? Terminator 1 is a slasher film.
okay.
Really fucking good. Terminator 2 is Terminator 1, but amplified up and made into an
Pretty
action
much,
film.
yeah.
Like Alien is a slasher film, Aliens is an action film.
Yes.
And it's the same, but it's 2 different films.
Yeah.
Terminator 3 is a piece of shit, but then it also added that continuity change of everything.
Yeah.
Salvation is a mix of everything, but it's the only one based in the war.
Yes, I.
Terminator Genesis. Mega Drive. Terminator Mega Drive is the one that changes John Connor is the bad guy.
Yes, I.
The only good bit about that film's the beginning.
Essentially, yes.
The beginning's really good because you're like, ooh. And then
Dark Fate.
I went into the pictures to see Dark Fate, and I'm like,
You know what? That film went so well right up until the very end, and then it was like, what the fuck kind of ending was that?
the
Like,
problem,
they shouldn't have had him, like,
Arnie is
have
the
a
problem.
conscience.
Arnie,
Stupid.
Arnie is the problem with these films.
Mm-hmm.
Like 1 and 2, James Cameron's like, shut the fucking default, I'm telling you to do.
Right.
And he does. Terminator 3, he's putting on like fucking gay glasses, Elton John songs. in the background.
Exactly,
Terminator Mega Drive, he's like turning back and going, oh, Kyle Reese, and smiling like that outtake for Terminator 2. And I'm like, what the fuck? But then he's like, Dinas. And I'm like, I can't get submerged in this. You're not a killing machine.
Aye.
I think
Aye. The fucking the killing machine aspect of Terminator 1 makes it such a good movie. That
It's
first
so-
kill,
yeah.
first Sarah Connor, he kills right. So if you watch the normal Terminator, he goes in,
Yes.
Sarah Connor, bang bang, deed. You watch the director's cut. Sarah Connor, bang bang, she's on the floor and he stands over her and you see it from her point of view and the gun's right in her face.
Oh,
and then
aye.
all you see is it panning back to him and the gun goes, he empties the whole fucking clip into her face.
Mm.
It's fucking brutal, but it's brilliant.
that
But it
film,
works, yeah.
that film, the gunshot is different. There's 2 mixes of that film. The gunshot is different in the video. I had the metal tin video, and the gunshot used to scare the fuck out of me as a kid. I'm like, oh, it's freaky. And then they changed it like, pa-choom, pa-choom, and I hate it.
Oh,
So
shit.
it's
Okay.
a mono cut that you want. But Terminator, based in the Terminator War. The war's going on.
Okay.
There's this fucker that hates John Connor because he's a false prophet. He speaks about his fucking fate and he kens all this kind of shit, but yet he doesn't want to stop the war because he needs to save his man, all this shit.
Right.
This guy lives in a house away from everything with mannequins that are kind of metallic looking.
Okay.
Speaks away at them, records himself, tells you how you can fucking avoid stuff. A bit like The Walking Dead.
Okay, right.
The end was like they're in Skynet. He's got a chance to destroy it. And they're like, oh no, fucking wise up. The TechCon cunts are like, no, you can't. He gets Dinawa. There's a big fucking. I'll show you. He gets Dinawa, and he ended up becoming the T-1000 because they needed somebody to bind this to.
Okay, right, okay.
And then the metallic things in the beginning, will he's picking the stuff and recording all these fucking crazy fucking blogs. The metallic statues that he's got. Terminator 2, when he throws Arnie at when they're fighting, and the two Terminators, it's the first time two robots have ever fought.
Aye.
And then Arnie gets thrown out and he's lying there.
Ah, the mannequin, where he gives it the look on the way.
Gives it the look.
Yeah,
that was the little nod to that.
Okay,
but
right.
Then, if you look at that, Terminator, when he's in Technorth and Kyle shoots the fuck out of him, he flies through the window and lies in the glass, and then he gets up. Terminator 2 does the same.
Yeah.
But then, see, if you watch Salvation now, Salvation is a better film because of these other sequels.
Yeah, definitely.
It's really fucking good. But, not again. The first two, the one is really good, 2 is a remake of 1. This is like a bigger budget one.
But exactly, like you said, turns a slasher into an action.
Predator. Prey. Some fucker beat me at the punch.
Oh, really? Okay.
It's a fucking great film.
I haven't seen it yet. But like, when I saw the trailer, I'm like, you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
It's a really good film, yeah.
It's fucking epic. It's so good. I'm not going to say a word about it because I don't want to ruin it for you. Get it watched.
So,
I think I wrote it.
before we get to Vampire Sausage in this podcast, could we then maybe work on an idea of perhaps filming something, or even a short, like a short film?
I wanted to film that horror trailer for Pink.
Oh, that's right, aye.
I wrote a little script, right? And it was kind of like Pink was Michael Myers. It's like kids were trying to summon this cunt that used to speak back in the day. He had no feelings, no remorse. He would say anything he wanted. You can't do that now.
You could look in a mirror and say his name 4 times and suddenly he's behind you.
Aye.
Like that, you know, that kind of.
Can we revise that? Can you write that and we'll revise it? And
Yeah.
It won't be Pink. It will be someone Pink. Mr. Blobby. Can you imagine that? Stand in the mirror. Blobby. 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 Blobby! Fucking heart rat getting knocked over, shaking fucking slime everywhere.
There was a Mr. Blobby suit on eBay a couple of months ago.
Was there?
I tried to buy it.
Oh my God, I would give my testicle for that.
£520 at one point.
Jesus Christ.
I think it was like the original.
I've said before on the show that like that was one of the few things when I was younger watching Noel's House Party that would make me. I know that it was scorned upon, but would make me cry laughing.
Have we not got a Blobby? It must be a sound effect on there that makes us sound like Mr. Blobby.
I don't think.
Go through the sound options. What
I
have we
don't
got?
see you. Oh my God!
The
What's the
high-pitched
treat?
one?
Blobby, 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 blobby. No, that's
Not gonna work.
Can you put them both on at once?
No, you can't. I don't think so. No, just one at a time.
Oh,
Well, next to that too will work. Oh, Jesus. Oh, hello.
Good Lord.
My sister.
Hello. Yes. Welcome to 1945.
My sister believed that Noel Edmonds was Mr. Blobby's dad for so long because my grandma told him.
Really?
And she's like,
Oh.
I was devastated when I found out.
Oh no! Blobby would fucking end me, and then it stopped, and then you'd be embarrassed to admit that you'd be fucking like my ex would be like, "Are you fucking laughing at this bullshit?"
He's funny
I'd
as
be in
fuck.
fucking tears. And then there was a I think it was a
Was it 8 out of 10 cats he ended
was
up
it
being?
9 out of 10 cats? They put him into that, and one of the contestants, I forget his name, was terrified of him.
shite
Like,
himself.
oh,
He
fucking hell.
shits himself.
And Blobby comes out and just wrecks shit, and it's
The
just
cunt is,
fucking genius.
him that goes on holiday with his dad, and he goes, oh, daddy.
Oh, daddy, yes, the very posh one.
no idea what
oh
he's on
God, yes.
I don't
forget
watch
his name.
enough TV to be fair.
But just horrified by Blobby being on the stage. Like, oh,
Brilliant.
could you take him away? And he's just wrecking shit. It was fucking genius. I'll
You
find
know
the
something,
clip. and
I
send it to
reckon
you.
if you brought back Noel's House Party, it would be a fucking hit.
Probably would,
It would be
exactly.
a massive hit.
I just want them to bring back Blobby, to be fair. You know,
Yeah.
that's all I want. That's all I want.
Mr. Blobby, my sister had a Mr. Blobby cake, and there's a photo where dressed up. It came with the face paints, like
Oh, what?
Fucking
all of
amazing.
me. 8 out of 10 cats.
I honestly, I've got like a VHS tape somewhere of like Blobby's best hits.
Nice.
One I bought on a shelf.
Jack Whitehall.
Jack Whitehall.
I fucking hate that cunt.
It just fucking, and it was just a compilation of like Blobby on Notice Party wrecking shit. It was fucking gold.
There's a couple of those cunts that are just out there, and for some odd reason they seem to do really well. Like Jack Whitehall, fucking what's the other one? The fat cunt from what's his name? James Corden. Who the fuck? What the fuck's the deal with that fat cunt? I can't stand him.
I can't stand James Corden. He's the worst.
He's an arrogant cunt.
He's just and he's seemingly a horrible bastard to folk as well too, from what I can gather.
This can't be doing. There's just something about, like, I feel bad for saying this because you really shouldn't judge people unless you've met them, right? And then you maybe can be like, yeah, they're a knob, but I've never met the guy. But just looking at him, I'm like, you fucking dick.
One of those faces,
You wouldn't get tired of hitting. Russell Howard as well. I don't think he's funny.
Oh, really?
Mr. fucking BBC Three comedy.
I don't think
Can I just cut in here and just say that we're being raided by another Twitch user. So what they do is, a raid is when they come to visit your stream.
Look at my channel,
and they bring their viewers to your channel.
Right, so we've got new viewers.
Crunchy streams.
Right, so let me tell you.
Raiding us with his viewers.
So let me tell you a story. Did I ever tell you the story about the time I spewed in Carmen's house?
No, you didn't know.
Right, so it was during COVID, so we'd sell out and I would drink a bottle of whiskey and then go to Carmen's house.
Right.
She lived 2 minutes from the
A
shop.
bottle of whiskey.
I would drink a bottle of Jim Beam.
Nice.
Jim Beam, very nice, very cheap.
Yeah.
Spoken like a true alcoholic.
Yes, I know. I'd had a couple of cigars and I walked across there. Wayne was leaving one day and I took his special cigarette from him.
Okay.
I'll hate that. Do not drink.
Was it just like made out of like sugar cane?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or was it like a fake cane that just had flour in it and you had to blow in it to make it look like you were smoking? Like for the joke
It
factor.
exploded and the face went black afterwards. Do not drink, then do that. Do that, then drink.
Okay.
So I went over there. Speaking about her, I'm a fucking mess. I am Biblius Maximus.
Right.
So I had a fucking few draws of this giant. And I gave it to Carmen. She finished it off. And then I went up the stairs and I sat in her settee and I'm like, oh no. Kimfer, you've got to have that internal monologue.
Right.
That you're going to be fucking sick. And then you close one eye and you stare at the one corner of the room. It's now spinning.
That's the one.
Then I was sick. Then I was sick.
Oh, no.
When you concentrate on your breathing, it's like fucking pregnancy classes. You're
Yep.
Oh, and she's like, yeah, right. I'm like, shh. And say, oh, you're going to be sick, are you? I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Oh, no.
I'm out of breath. I'm out of time. Oh, what's up? And she's like, right, Dad is sick. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Oh, no. Right, I'll put something on soothing that'll help. So she put on Midway.
I don't know what that is.
A war film.
Oh, even better.
It starts
Excellent.
with banging, crashing, and explosions. And I'm like,
Magic.
I know.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Right. Yeah, right. I'm fine.
Oh, no.
Fucking didn't even get out of the seat. It went why, and it went down the side of the seat. It went over me, and she's like, ah! Got up, and she got
Oh, no.
dish towel. This was like about 10 liters of fucking alcohol coming out of me.
This is wonderful.
And then I'm sitting there going, I'm like,
Beautiful.
and then she goes, get your bathroom. So I'm like, okay. So it's like fun out of me. And I'm like, oh no.
It's when it gets to the point where it's not even projecting, we're just like dribbling
it's
in your
just like-
face and your body.
And you're like,
oh, no.
Do you remember when we worked in the hotel together?
Yes.
And the owner's nephew was also a
Oh, yes.
dishwasher.
Uh-huh.
I remember him one night sitting with a pint in his hand, drinking half a pint, and he's like, he's absolutely fucked. He's so gone, it's unreal. And I'm like, Dave, you all right? And he just went, and it filled up the pint glass. And then he kind of like fell asleep again. I'm like, oh, that's fucking nasty. And then he woke up and went out the glass.
That's right.
I've never heaved so hard in my life.
Oh, Jesus, man.
that's the problem. Do not fucking interrupt the flow of you, the conversation between you and fucking God.
No, God, no.
Oh, man. I remember one night having been down at a pal's house when I lived in Portlethen. Now, I can't have been fucking 18 maybe at best. And we'd been hitting the bong at Halloween and watching Most Haunted, right?
Excellent. Good choice.
I didn't realise how hard I'd been going at it.
Sam!
Didn't realise
He's
how hard
touching me, Sam!
I didn't realise how hard I'd been going at it. Till I left, I was like, oh,
Apple.
I've got work in the morning, I better fuck off.
Right.
So I'm like, right, it's fucking like back at midnight, I better go out the house, start walking up the road. And like, I don't know, I've not done it that often, but I was very aware that all my senses were like proper fucking like, they just felt overactive. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking at my hands, and because
I
of
was
where,
overactive.
because where the streetlights were, they were like all I could see was the shadow of my hands. I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, whoa, like I've got like in my mind, I'm like, the light's not reflecting off of me. What the fuck? I'm like, I can't see my hand, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm walking along the road, and I'm like looking at my hands, like, whoa, what the fuck? Whoa, like proper, like, no way, this is cool. And then I'm very aware of footsteps behind me. And I'm like, I can fucking hear footsteps. I stop and turn around, and I'm like, they've gone. What the fuck? Right, okay. So I start walking again. I'm like, there they are again. I'm fucking panicking. I'm like, oh my god. And I'm convinced it's across the road. And I'm
Okay.
like, that's fucking, I can fucking hear someone. What the fuck? So I'm like, no, fuck this. Run up the road, and I can hear the footsteps running behind me. And I'm like, oh my god.
Oh, even
Freaking
better.
out. So I go home, freak out, go to my bed, just like under the covers, like, oh, what the fuck? I've obviously smoked too much. Get up, forget about it. And up. So at this time, I'm like really heavily into my kickboxing and whatnot. And on the nights I wasn't kickboxing, I'd come home from work, I'd change, go out for a run before my dinner, and I'd probably do a good couple of miles around Portlethen.
Okay.
And just so happened this night, I decided to go a different route, and I come back along the road I'd been running before. And as I'm running along, I'm like, bang, bang, bang. I hear my feet hitting the ground, and I'm also hearing the echo off the wall.
Nice.
The other side, and I'm like, you fucking
You're being
dozy
chased by
cunt.
your echo.
Chased by my fucking self all the way home.
Fucking beautiful.
This whole time I'm like freaking out on the way home, like, nobody can see me because the light doesn't reflect off me, and I'm getting chased by someone.
He's about a bit of murder on himself.
Oh,
Go
honestly.
tell us about that time Fraser team.
That was fucking weird. Well, because obviously in Thurso there wasn't much to do back in the day. So we had a golf course not far from where we lived in Thurso, and you'd go into the golf course late at night or kind of late evening, and you'd pick mushrooms because they grew fucking everywhere.
I think we've heard this one about Fraser
Well,
before.
yeah. So we picked all these mushrooms, and then of course you took them back home and you put them in a big envelope and leave them out to dry for a while, and then you maybe make a big pot of tea, with these stewed mushrooms.
Over a fire.
I know folk who would just take the mushroom,
Just
mix it
straight
in with
in.
a fucking yogurt and down the lot.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
right,
Fuck
okay.
that.
I'll see your tea in your yogurt and raise you my sister.
Oh god.
I had like the little tubs of sauce that you get for a kebab shop.
Yes.
I had one of them full of mushrooms. She came over here to babysit my house and my chickens while I went on holiday a couple of
Right.
weeks ago. She said, that mushroom's fucking brilliant. She's pinging him over the top with a plenty sheet. And she's like, right. It's just get like, you must give me a film to watch. Taking a fuck.
Jesus, man.
I'll see you when I come home.
Good luck to you.
See you when I come
I've
home.
never taken mushrooms.
Well, we take
The worst
mushrooms-
I've done's a wee bit of smoking.
Well,
that's it.
we took a fair dose, and by a fair dose, I think more than was probably chemically fucking safe for us.
Heroic
And,
dose.
Like there was like four of us sitting in a room watching the Formula One, thinking we're in the car, and we're all leaning in the corners and fucking slow down for fuck's sake, shiting ourselves. And then Fraze, who's sitting on the floor, just
Starts
starts
in the
like
heyday of fucking Nigel Mansell as well.
exactly, aye. So it was
Those were
proper
good days.
fucking.
That was back in
be-
the V8. The F1s as
Exactly.
well. They were fucking
So
ace.
Fraze is sitting on the floor, kind of twitching and just fucking like just making noises and barking. I'm like,
Like Zed for Police Academy.
Aye. And you're looking at him going, Fraze, get back in the car! Get back in the car! And he's just fucking twitching. Apple. Just fucking freaking out on the floor.
Scott, public speaking.
So, like me giving a speech.
Sorry.
So then he turns round to me and it's just his face is contorted into a fucking demon face. I don't know if it's maybe the mushrooms, but I'm like, oh my god, it's Beelzebub! And he's on me. Fucking, he leaps. Fucking all limbs akimbo. Fucking leaps at me and starts fucking chewing my leg. He thought he was a fucking werewolf.
What the fuck?
I don't know what the mushrooms activated in his brain, but he thought he was a fucking werewolf. So then I'm like, he's biting me! Fuck! And I had to properly punch him. Bam, you bastard! And he's on the floor.
I hit my newspaper.
Damn boy! A rolled up copy of The Sun.
Rub his
Fuck
nose
off
in
in
his
there!
piss.
American wear phrase in
Fucking-
Thurso.
Werewolf in Thurso.
Fucking shite movie that would make.
Fucking awful. Don't make that movie.
Michael Jackson's Thriller.
Oh,
You know how there's like a werewolf bit in that?
Yes.
Like we had the video of Thriller, and then like when I was like 11, I'm like, I'm gonna fucking watch this.
Oh, aye.
I'm feeling hauled.
Oh,
I
nice.
put it in, I pressed play on the TV, and it came up. And it was
Not
Michael
normally what
Jackson.
springs to mind when I'm hard. I'm like, I'll get on the internet maybe.
I was hauled with two L's.
Hold.
It come up as soon as I pressed play. It come on. It was Michael Jackson when he's got like the yellow eyes and the
Oh,
varsity
okay.
jacket on going,
Looking a bit gaunt.
Yes.
I used to work with a woman who looked like that.
"Ah, fucking
We called her
shit
Doug. Her name was Susan. But she looked dug up.
Look dug up. Fucking hell. That's a gold one. I like that.
Back to the
Doug.
dad jokes.
Holy
Not
shit.
even a dad, no, that's literally what everyone referred to as. See, Doug.
How did you and Phrase meet? I don't think I've ever heard how. Did you
Phrase.
just go to school together or did you just live next door to each other?
We
We're
live
on the
quite close
same bus.
together, so
Just like the same windows.
Phrase!
good day.
Hello.
Happy. Wait. So we lived like 4 doors apart as kids, but our mothers both worked at the American Naval Base up there, as in the galley and the but the Americans had a naval comms base up in the Highlands, up beside Pentland Firth, because a lot of the subs would use the Pentland Firth. Oh, Jesus, Whitman. I think I've just shit my pants. I need to get a fucking doctor about that, man. Honestly, get my kitchen roll. So, the Pentland Firth. During storms, a lot of US vessels would harbour in there.
Steve, this must have been during WW2.
But also,
This was World War One.
but also, exactly, fucking Churchill was up there, shouting my megaphone. So, the US vessels would use that as a kind of thoroughfare through to the, from ocean to ocean. No. So then American naval comms base
You got a
up
lot
there.
of German U-boats.
Allegedly. There's a couple sunk off the fucking the top coast. So there is actually. So the Americans had a naval base there. So a lot of the Americans lived in Thurso. Subsequently, a lot of Thurso people got jobs working on the naval base in
That was
different parts. you see.
Americans
Can you
first.
imagine how these Americans and submarines trying to understand these Thursonians fucking radiating them in?
Oh, it was
Jeez.
gold. It was fucking gold.
Fucking could have been like, where the
Aye, feely.
Her first introduction to Scotland.
I know.
like
The fucking Highlands.
Scotchland?
Thurso. I went to Scotland and my God, it was horrible.
There was a werewolf boy.
There was a werewolf boy. And a fat one that couldn't speak properly. Like, fucking,
kept
with a
saying-
Patrick Swayze
He
hairdo.
kept saying apple.
So our parents worked there together, and because they worked like different shifts, we were normally bundled together, you see, as kids, and like abandoned by our drunken mother. No. So
We are going to work today, Scott. Use good and pick up all the coal.
what do you wear on your feet?
That was very OHBC news.
What does he got in his legs? Fucking hell, man.
Come and see what your son has on his legs.
So we would be bundled together and, abandoned, abused, fingered, all that kind of stuff. So we kind of grew up together as kind of besties, and then that was, pretty much it. So
The rest is to say is misery.
yes, exactly. And then, we separated, moved away, got a new life. Just, lost touch.
Now phrases in the telecommunications business.
And now we've all got kids, and we've got fatter. And yeah, so
I asked Phrase to come down here and be on a show.
What did he say?
He asked me if I could get weed.
Brilliant.
fucking knew it. Knew it.
His
The
wife's something
minute
else.
he's away from home.
His
that's
wife's
it.
fucking ace, by the way. I remember the last
Oh,
time we
aye.
were up there. Was it me and Tracy?
Kelly.
Were away, me and Tracy were away to head off, and she came like fucking sprinting up the street in heels. These fucking like massive heels
That's
running
right.
after us. We no bother her. Fucking
Don't
Thursonian
go up
Usain
there,
Bolt.
there's
Oh,
American soldiers up here. Go his way instead.
he's just some fucking woman that.
Well, the thing is, the Americans obviously they had a street.
What?
God, did the microphones get that?
That's like a fake applause.
Oh, I am gonna hate to see the
What
state
button
of
was
my
that in the soundboard?
Jesus, Whitman. Oh, I'm gonna hate
What
to
the
see the.
Fuck.
That was a bit. Jesus Christ.
It's got guns.
Can you please
Oh.
see the next one you've got brewing? Put it through the mic and put on a filter for comedy value.
On the squeaky voice one. It doesn't really matter. I think actually the blobby one might be. We should use this for a bit of karaoke. see what.
Songs we can decimate.
Oh my God, yes. Oh, boy, the hair's getting pulled out. Oh no. Talk about flashback. Holy fuck, hair's getting pulled out. Oh God, right, guys, we probably best call end this debauchery and nonsense.
Nah, keep going.
It's getting late. We better call it a day.
It's fucking 10:15.
All right, it's not late for you, you fucker, because you're off next week.
It's getting late.
Jesus Christ, man, my kids wake up at fucking like 5:30 in the morning. Bastards, man.
Did they come in and jump on the bed?
Oh no. Well, one comes.
Fuck, because as soon as you get a snip,
Oh, good point, aye. On the flying headbutts. But the kids can sense that when you're weak and they will go for it. They'll fucking just, they'll be running headbutts and elbow drops and shit like that, probably, I imagine. So
can you get like a Zimmer frame that like actually you stand in?
I wonder if I can get like a fucking, like a cup. Maybe, the protective cup.
Why not just get like, those fucking, what are they called, Zorbin balls?
Oh, aye.
Oh, need one of them.
Big zorb through the living room. Pass me the chips! Through the hatch!
Aye,
hell.
we hope.
Nice hat show.
If you spill your beer nearly your fucking goose, like fucking hell.
But for somebody I came went like that Zorbin football thing for you to run into each other. You come up with a concussion.
Amazing.
I think,
Holy
he's always up. I thought it'd be a fucking piece of piss.
Aye.
Do not speak to me.
Jesus
Too
Christ.
loudly.
Oh, fuck you up,
Oh, for fuck's sake. Right, we're going to call an end to tonight's show, folks. Thank you
an
very
end
much
to
for
tonight's
hanging
show.
around. Before we go, Lurchy, anyone you want to say hello to or goodbye to or thank you to at all?
That's the first time you've asked me this in a long
I know. I thought I'd throw it back in there just for old time's sake.
20 Baglin and all his listeners.
Yes, thank you, Crunchy, for
Can we
the
go
raid
and
on our
raid
Twitch
his-
chat.
Can we go raid his Twitch stream?
I don't know how you do it. I have no idea.
Crunchy, can you make us a how-to on YouTube?
Can we raid you through the phone app? I've got no idea. We'll see. Also, folks, make sure to visit lurchmerch.co.uk to get some of our newest stuff on there. I believe there's some new limited stock stuff on there as well, too, Lurchy.
There's a Coops t-shirt that nobody's seen yet.
Oh, is there?
It's actually her titties dipped in custard.
I have seen it and it's fucking glorious. It looks
11 years later, she finally dipped him in custard.
finally gets her own shirt.
Our new boobies.
The new boobies.
Have you seen
Still
any
your
of
right.
these?
So it might be worth an eyeball.
Steve,
Because let's face it, the Orleans weren't up too much.
they weren't the best, were they?
Like
It
Clint-
looked sad.
It was like Clint Eastwood saddlebags.
They were like beagle's lugs. No, okay. Steve.
Aye. Is that a euphemism for his testicles?
The fucking pale riders.
Steve, thank you for being on tonight's show. Folks, we will be back here hopefully in the next couple of weeks.
It's all right. I don't want to say hello to anyone. It's cool.
I wouldn't ask you because you just abused me. Sorry, Steve. I apologise, Stephen. You can go ahead and anybody you want to say hello to or thank you to.
No. I meant there's nobody I want to say hello to. It's
Okay,
fine.
right, fine.
It's fine. On you go.
Okay. So
okay.
go, folks.
Is there
Of
anyone
course,
you want to say goodbye
I just want to say thank you to those people out
Say
there
goodbye to
who
your
have
nuts.
who've I know.
So long, boys.
Ken, how Austin Powers had that symbol that made he was
Yes.
that? Are you going to come in with like a totally different one now?
I might have to.
Like a big cross through it.
The Rubes had mentioned me again after that voicemail saying, "Oh yeah, they said that they'll mail you the bits," and I got confused thinking,
Would you get to take your bits
"Is
in?
it going to come in a fucking a Tupperware box? What's going to come in? You know the bits? The email. You remember email me
The Veet cream.
the
Shave
the instructions of what to do before to get there. You see, but
I have a question.
do it.
Go make a video.
Speaking of mail orders,
Okay.
have you received anything in the last few weeks?
There appears to be a problem with Joe.
Maybe a cookbook,
A cookbook.
cooking with cat semen.
I have not.
What the fuck?
A
That
cooking
was
with
ordered weeks ago.
Where did you send it to?
My
My old address?
It wasn't me that sent it.
Was it not?
It was not.
I have
I've
no-
just heard about it.
Is cat
and it's-
semen like an
It's
actual
one of these.
chef?
It's just a box, and on the outside, it's like, "Oh, congratulations for subscribing to Cooking with Cat Semen."
I
And it's
did not
episode
get
1,
this.
and it goes on about extraction and all sorts. Motherfucker, I can't believe you haven't received that.
That
It was
is
ordered
never
weeks ago.
Really?
Check your wheelie bins.
Oh, well,
Your neighbours are probably just binned it and been like, "What the fuck?"
I bet the posties fucking snaffled that.
Son of a bitch.
Motherfucker, I had no idea.
Like, so it's someone that I'm probably going to grass them in by saying this. Someone I play Xbox with regularly
Okay.
has mentioned it in the passing.
Right.
I can't believe you haven't said anything. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to fucking ask.
Not a fucking peep. I'm disturbed by that.
Bitch.
Should I get an Xbox One?
Yes, you should.
Really?
Yeah,
Get a
man.
PC, you can get on Xbox Live that way.
Well, I was thinking like getting like a little TV for here that we could put adverts on, and I could just sit here and game.
No, what you could do, Lurgy, now you've got a Steam Deck, which I'm so excited about. We can be Steam Deck pals and do things together.
We are Steam pals, though.
I know, but we can play
I
things
bought you
together.
a copy of a game once, and we've never played it together.
I know.
You know what's a fucking glorious game? Kane and Lynch. That is a great
I
game
fucking
to play
love.
through.
If you played the second one,
Yeah.
it's dark.
It's fucked up. I didn't like the second one because it's got too much movement and it was grainy. It was giving me fucking motion sickness. So I haven't been able to play much of it. I do play it and I go, nope, nothing for me.
If I remember
Probably turn it off,
rightly,
to be fair.
I bought it from HMV, and it starts off as like the grainy YouTube fucking weird shit, and someone's getting like fucking murdered, and they're naked tied to
Yeah,
chairs.
it's fucked up.
It's so
Motherfucker.
fucking dark. The first one, it was like the first Xbox game ever.
Yeah.
For the 360.
Jesus.
So here's a fun fact. I was like the top fucking 500,000th in the world, top 500,000 in the world for the online game. And
You played the shit out of that though, back then, didn't you?
yeah, so there was like fucking 6 million people playing online, and I was in the top 500,000.
Okay, now.
And that was down to me and some, I think he was fucking like Norwegian or something, or Dutch. Fuck knows. But we and him were playing online one day, and you know, did you ever play it online? Kane and
A
Lynch?
couple of times.
So
I
you
did,
would
yeah.
rob a bank, and there'd be 8 years robbing the bank, and you had to kill security. And if you killed someone else in the group, that made you a red target, and the rest of the group could kill you without consequence.
Okay.
And take the money. But if you all made it to the van, you split the money equally.
Right.
Likewise, if you killed everyone else, you could
got
take
all
all
the
the money to
money.
yourself. Yeah. So me and him would go around, we'd play the game, we'd toe the line, everyone would get into the van, we'd stand back and then go, pink, with a grenade.
Into the van.
Blow the fucking van up with everyone else in it. Take the money, wait for the next van. But by that point, obviously, everyone else respawns in the game as police.
Okay,
and they
right.
can come and hunt you down.
Oh,
And it was a
nice.
fucking genius online game.
Aye.
It's really good. So you had to like hide and wait for the next van and then run out, get in the van and hope
genius.
they didn't kill you.
It was like Michael
fucking
Mann's
ace.
Heat. It was very much like
Okay,
Heat,
aye.
and that's what sold it to me.
Aye.
Bravo. Remember Bravo and Sky?
Yes.
On
Oh,
a
aye.
Sunday morning at like 10 and half 10, there was like 2 gaming programs, and they would show you stuff. And I remember one.
Games Master.
No, but
No.
Jet used to be on that.
I have
Jet
got
for Gladiators.
I've got Games Master from 96 to 99.
Oh, wonderful.
Nice.
Every magazine.
Dominic fucking whatever his
Aye,
face is.
Dominic fucking Fitter's face. And on that note,
On that note, folks, we better call
that's
it
a
quits.
bum
Things.
note.
On that note, after I shit my pants again, we will call it a night, folks. Thank you
It's
very
a
much for
night.
hanging around. Chat room, it's been wonderful. Thank you to everybody who's donated to the show through coffee.com, ko-fi.com, sorry. Doghouse
buy a
Scott.
fucking t-shirt.
Buy a t-shirt, keep us on the air.
Donald Mitchell.
Yes.
If you buy pies, you choose the fucking next day delivery postage, right? Choose that if you're on fucking pies, because I'll easily send them by Royal Mail.
Okay.
But you're not going to get them next day.
They wouldn't be in good shape.
So
Probably, are
choose
they?
that, and you can add anything else, and it's free. If you're just buying t-shirts and shit like that, choose the other postage option.
Right, okay. So there are distinct options for postage from pies, as there is to clothes.
Yes, but I have to order your clothes from Abby, so they will take like a week.
Right, okay, got you.
I've got 2 catalogs that we need to look at.
Do you?
because
Is it
we're-
Littlewoods underwear section?
There's a lot of clothing. We could have a line of DHB clothing.
Stop it, you
I
dirty
like
whore.
fucking aprons.
Oh my god, I want a cat. I want a
shirts.
hat.
Oh, we can get hats.
Oh, let's get a hat.
We can get
I'll check your
everything.
shirt. I want to check your shirt.
We can get everything.
Oh my god, I'm in.
We're going to be
sold.
like Kanye, and then there will be people taking videos going, look
Why
at
are
all-
they wearing my shoes?
Yes, look at all the DHB merch I've got, and their mums will be going,
Mother
look at what your son has on his legs.
I like the idea of finding that thong and doing an up-to-date photo with my gut hanging out
Oh yes, nice.
for an apron.
I've got the photograph on the phone for you. I'll give it to you.
No, not with abs. We don't want the abs anymore. We want the fucking gut.
I
Folks.
asked Abby to make new thongs. But
Oh.
do you know that Brad Mitchell photo of him?
No.
Where he looks like he's from
Brad Mitchell.
the one where he looks like he's from Neighbours.
I don't know who Brad Mitchell is.
With his mullet. Where
yes.
he's really young with his mullet.
It's
I don't know
beautiful.
what you're talking about. Sorry.
You've never seen that photo of him with his mullet.
Oh, him. Oh, right. Sorry.
Glorious
okay.
as fuck.
Yeah.
My
Is that the one with
Guns
the
N' Roses
skateboard?
t-shirt.
He's sitting there and he's like,
Magic. Like a young Chris Hemsworth.
That was wonderful.
I was going to get that in a thong and remade as like a bit of child contraceptive.
Right, okay, cheerio, folks. Been emotional. Fucking
Have
hell.
you got YouTube on there? Can you get music on there?
No, I can't.
gonna
Sorry.
ask to put on the gold.
their
gonna-
together.
I was going to ask for the Golden Girls music for an outro, just for something different.
That would be gold, yeah. Folks, toodaloo for now. We'll catch you on the flip side. Toodaloo.